Yeah. So now the card I have here next is the Three of Rods, and that's a practical thing. That just means it's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming because you're working on it. But it will arrive. There's a person here in the card looking out at the bay, and there's ships there. And the idea is that that person is looking at his ships that he's sending off to do business, and they're going to come back laden with goods. So this is where you are right now. You're at that point where your life is changing, and it's going out into the world, and it's going to come back with profit. Not necessarily money, although there's money here, but a profit in terms of wisdom, experience, good stuff, and justice. Please remember justice, because if you've got some kind of a legal thing going, and it's being contested, you're probably going to do very well, because all these are positive cards around it. Okay, so
Okay.
Keep that. If you feel that things are not happening fast enough, you can always go to askoneradio.com and listen to this, or you can go to Moonstruck TV and see the reading. Okay.
Okay.
But you're definitely at the cusp of a very good time. It can be a little scary, but I don't see any speed bumps here. I don't see anything where I say, but no, it all looks good. Let me just cut this one more time and see if we get anything here. Well, yeah, this is the Seven of Coins. That's a person who's comfortable with what they've got and is doing well. See, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
An excellent reading. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks. And look, if you have any questions about this, because it's kind of a complicated time in your life, you could just send me an email and I'll pull a few cards for you, no charge. I'm not trying to drum up business here. I'll just give you a few cards. It's asktarot@earthlink.net, and my websites, all of them have a contact page. I'm very easy to find. You just Google Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, okay?
Okay. Yes.
So I'll be here if you need anything, all right? Let me know.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye now. And let's, we passed the half-hour mark. I made it. See, I told you, I have butterflies in my stomach because I haven't done this in so long. And I'm not proud of the fact that I kind of lost my temper a couple of times, but on the phone, with the cell people. But I feel a cold coming on. But that was more performative, Sometimes you have to lay down the law, be taken seriously. Because it was ridiculous that everybody kept telling me that they can't get me a new cell phone unless I answer a text message, which it was impossible for me to get. See, what can you do? Life. That's one of the things. People that we're going through a very weird time where people are furious and angry and rebelling and fighting. This is affluenza, as it used to be called. Human beings are problem solvers. That's why you come to read the tarot cards, because you can get an answer to questions. It's funny how it works, but it works, The peculiar thing about we as a species, if we don't have problems to solve, we'll create them. We will make them. I've seen it time and again in life, and it boggles the mind. But, that's how humans are. I mean, look at this. We're in the year 2025, and there's still people fighting. over things like religion. You know, I have my own theory about religion, like which is the right one, you know. And I'll put it to you this way. I'm in New York and you're in California, and we both want to get together in Kansas City. So I walk west and you walk east. We're both going in opposite directions, but we're going to get to the same place. That's how I see it. That's about it, you know. That's how I see it. And we're getting into a bizarre phase of that here in New York because, you know, we have a mayoral election coming up here in a couple of weeks, and it's the most important election of our lifetime. Again. How many times have we heard that about every election, right? It's the most important election of our lifetime. So there you go. It's we just keep making problems for ourselves. And I don't appreciate being dragged into other people's problems. There's a group of people who tried to do that to me once. To my wife and I, you know, they just decided that they wanted us to arbitrate something that we had nothing to do with, and they kept sending us these summonses to go, and they demanded we come and see them, and you know, it was laughable. We just thought it was funny, but to them it was deadly serious. I still don't know what the problem was, and I really don't care because, you know, I've got a problem. I got problems of my own, and so do you. There's an old Jewish fable about a man who comes to town and he takes away everybody's problems and puts them all in a big bundle. And there's this big bundle of problems in the middle of town now. And everybody is free to take whatever they want. And they're all happy to just take back the troubles that they had and go back normally in their life, you know, because I mean, it's probably much more interesting in the original, but yes, human beings are great problem solvers. There's a man right now in the news whose problem is that he's not getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Or as Stephen Wright, the comedian, once said, I would kill for a Nobel Peace Prize. You know, wait a minute, I can't let that go. Here we go. We need this. There we are. The funny thing is, this man who is dying for a Nobel Peace Prize, you know, he jump-started my writing career years ago. I'll write about that one day. That's kind of funny. But I mean, because of that involvement, I went from being like a kind of a talented amateur to a professional. Well, they're two different things. And looking back, see, that's why I never make plans, because who knows what life has in store for you. The worst thing I ever heard is the advice: keep your eye on the prize, because then you're going to miss all the other stuff going around. Just throw your oars overboard and let the canoe float for a while. And you can end up like me. Rita in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. That's a triple-barreled name. How are you doing tonight, Rita?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, too. Now that all the stress of everything technological around me being broken has been fixed, I'm actually a decent human being again. So what can I look at for you? Oh, I was nasty. What can I look at for you?
I would like to know about my finances and my love life.
Okay, hopefully they don't go together, because that is illegal in most states. But let's see what we got here. I'll shuffle them up. And has something kind of sad happened to you lately?
Not in the recent
Okay, good. Because
no.
the Nine of Swords is here, and that's a card of sorrow and sadness. So, maybe you're just, well, the next card answers that question. I was going to say, maybe you're just like me. You just carry a lot of depression around sometimes. The Ten of Swords is here. That's the one. The Nine of Swords is about, I think it was just here to set that up. We rarely get cards in sequence, by the way, in a reading, but the Nine of Swords is about just sorrow and sadness. The Ten of Swords is an ugly looking card, but it means the worst is over. Life has thrown its worst at you and you're still here and everything's fine. So that is an outstanding card. Now I do see. Are you retired or are you working? You're looking for work?
No, I'm on disability.
Okay, because there's a Ace of Rods here is about the opening up of a new career path. So there may be something coming your way that you can do that you'll find interesting, and you're going to monetize it. Because there's money here. There's the 10 of coins and there's the 4 of coins. There's loads of money here. So I just think keep an eye. I mean, something may come your way that I'm not talking about starting a corporation, but there may be something that you enjoy doing that you can do as kind of a hobby that you can make a little cash out of. This is why I bore to tears half the people I meet talking about shaving soap. Because that's a tradition I'd like to bring back, because only 5% of men use shaving soap, but in 1925 almost 100% of men did. That's why I made my 1925 shaving soap here. But I did it because the recent inflation we had, when it hit near 10%, killed off all the affordable shaving soaps that used to be able to buy, because they were on a very thin profit margin. So I looked into it and figured out how to make my own. And it didn't dawn on me to sell it and market the thing, but I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to share it. So you see, sometimes these things happen. So there's something coming your way. That's the Ace of Rods. There's something is coming your way that is a possibility for business. And the 10 and 4 of coins are really good about money. I mean, the 4 of coins is a person who knows how to make a dollar work. Somebody might. People who don't know you might think, well, there's a cheap skate right there. But people who know you know, no, there's a person who knows how to get the value out of every dollar. And is that you? You
try to.
Yeah, well, you're doing it according to this. The Judgment card is here. That's about rebirth. This is all pointing towards something new is coming your way, in terms of you. Like a new you. I see here, as I said, the 10 of Swords. It says the worst is over. Life threw whatever it could at you, and you survived, and you're here, and it's fine. The Ace of Rods tells me that there's something commencing in terms of commerce. And these other cards are really, really excellent in terms of money and spiritual growth. Oh, gosh, and here's another one. This is the Ace of Cups. I had that earlier for somebody. You'll be entering a very fulfilling time, and now I've got three more cards that are all coins. The Two of Coins. The Two of Coins means you can juggle money and balance it and get things going. The Eight of Coins is generally, it refers to a person who starts a new endeavor and works assiduously at it and is recognized for doing that and does very well. And then the Knight of Coins, that means that's like the ace, but it's the appearance, it's coming. It's going to be here,
Mhm.
and it could be a little unstable, because it'll be up and down and up and down, but that's life, it's going to be okay. There's so many good things happening here. I hesitate to say this because of the idea of disability, which I take extremely seriously myself. I
Mhm.
I don't wear it on this show, but I use an eye patch to help my vision because I have one eye that it decided to throw in the towel and stop working, and
Oh dear.
that's
Sorry.
very disabling because it makes me unbalanced. So I walk with a
Yes.
nice old walking stick. I'm an old man now, but I was smart enough in my 30s to buy a walking stick for the day that I may need one. And I got a
Mhm.
beauty, and it helps me because I can't walk very well. You see, but these are just, this is what I meant. Life is throwing its worst at you. It's throwing its worst at me too, but you have the Ten of Swords, which says that the worst is over. So keep that
Yeah.
in mind. Now, you are also,
Mhm.
the High Priestess card is here. That means you're a person of great spiritual ability. And you're very much in touch with the spiritual side of life. So
Mhm. Mhm.
pay attention to your dreams. I saw the moon was here, the card of the moon. That's about the unconscious mind. Pay attention to the dreams and see, because they may be telling you something, okay? But you're about to, I mean, disability to the contrary, you're about to enter an interesting time of life. And
Hmm.
you're going to have fascinating experiences. So keep on the lookout for it, okay? Because this is a really upbeat reading. Okay?
That's great. That's great.
Well, I'm going to see if I can squeeze one more call in. I only have a few minutes left, but it's been great talking to you. And,
Thank you.
oh, well,
You didn't say anything about a partner, about my
well,
love life.
oh, you did ask me that. So let's see. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Here's one is the Nine of Coins is here. Now that is a person who is comfortable and okay being alone. Not necessarily a person who wants to be alone, but you don't freak out if there's nobody there. But
Mhm.
boy, these cards are really responding to you. This is the
That's
Page of
great.
Cups. The Page of Cups. Cups, remember, are romance, emotions. The page is the physical appearance of that. You go from the knight to the queen to the king to the page, and it's solidified with each. That's a gross simplification, of course, but it's solidified with each stage. And so that's telling me that something is coming your way. Now, let me tell you something. The devil card is here. Now, that's not satanic. That's not evil. The devil represents a very charming person who can do things for you and help you, but will also try to control you. So look
Mhm.
at if you get attracted to somebody and it turns out that that's what's going on. Just keep that in mind. It's not a warning to stay away. This is a bad person, but
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
just says that because they're very. I mean, you can make it's like making a deal with the devil. You can do very well
Mhm.
around people like that, but don't let them bind you. You know what I mean? That's and I don't think you don't strike me as the type, especially from these cards. But I think you're going to meet a super charming and attractive person who's going to be very good for you. Okay.
Wonderful.
And here's the Knight of Cups. You see that's the court cards again. Well, I've got to run. I've got like a minute
Okay.
left. Okay, so
Mhm.
it's been great
Thank you.
talking to you.
Thank you.
You helped me get over my nervousness today. Bye bye now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
And that's it. We're out of here. I'm so unaccustomed to doing the show that I forgot my stopwatch. Silly me, right? So I've got to be out of here. Just remember, if you want to see what I do, you can go to magic-works.com, magick-works.com, mojoacademy.org, and you can see all the books and things that I have there, and you'll have a link to my eBay store, since I'm no longer selling on that big behemoth. So I've got to run. I'll be back next week. I got a lot invested in this equipment emotionally, if not money, but thanks for being with me. Bye-bye now.
In the silence of my soul, visions clear and spirits call. I embrace my sacred role, standing firm where others fall. Whispers from another plane guide me through the unseen art. In my heart they remain, filling every broken part. I rise, embraced by the unknown, on paths of light that I alone have flown. Gifts revealed in every tone. In this mystic space I've grown. Each message is a stepping stone. My spirit straight fully shown. In every bone I own my throne. Psychic medium, fully grown. I'm a throne, a psychic medium, fully grown. I rise, embraced by the unknown, on paths of light that I alone have flown. Gifts revealed in every tone. In this mystic space I've grown. Sweet clarity, sweet clarity. With every reading, my power affirmed beyond the veil where fate is turned. I stand a guide between the lines. With every reading, my power affirmed beyond the veil where fate is turned. I stand a guide between the worlds in clarity. My wings unfurl, sweet clarity, sweet clarity, sweet clarity, sweet clarity, sweet clarity, sweet clarity, sweet clarity.
Every generation has a voice that cuts through the noise, a truth teller who reminds us what we've forgotten. Christina Elliott isn't just another psychic. She's the woman redefining awakening itself. Through her show, Instinct Reclaimed, Sanctuary Sessions, broadcasting live Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 U.S. Eastern Time on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She takes you beyond prediction into transformation. This is where illusion ends, where instinct rises, and where your soul remembers its unique power. Visit ChristinaElliott.org. Because you weren't born to survive the story, you were born to rewrite it.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Chaney. Robin Chaney. Live from RobinChaney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I am Robin, coming from, not my apartment, as you can tell. I got caught up at work and at a different location, and so I am out here. So my apologies for the interesting technical right now. But I will tell you, Dave was doing a good job to try to get me hooked up. So anyway, welcome to Thursday night on A1R Psychic Radio. I am your first host of the evening. I am Robin. I am a healer, and I'm here to help you just move forward in your life, whatever that means. Everybody has different things that they need right now, and I'm here to do what I can to provide that for you. So if you aren't familiar with me, hello, welcome. And if you are, welcome back. If you like what I have to offer, please feel free to go to my website. It's robinchaney.com, and you can see what other offerings I have. I do have a live group event coming up this Saturday. It is online, but if you're interested, it'll be a little more intimate than this because I can't see who's here or not. But I will pick people from the audience to do live healings and live readings on. So it's usually fun. I have had fun on every single one of them. So I hope whoever's interested or feels called, just go to my website and you can sign up there. All right, how's everybody's week going? It has been a little crazy for me. Uh-oh, I have just frozen. There I am. Okay, sorry, technical issues. So I'm going to, oh no, I am going to, try to plug in my phone and see if that works. Give me just a minute. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. And I'm just gonna start going and just know whether you can see me or not, or if I'm glitching or not, the light will come through. Okay. All right. I just read that they don't think I'm freezing on air. So I'm glad to hear that. All right. So everybody get comfortable, whatever that means for you. Unless you're driving or operating big equipment, please don't be comfortable. Please come back and watch the replay. Okay. All right. On the count of 3, let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. Excuse me. And let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. Ooh. All right. So I'm just going to start bringing in some light and seeing where I am drawn to. Wow. I'm going down in somebody's reproductive system. It feels like there's some healing that needs to be done here. Yeesh. Okay, it feels like there was trauma many years ago, and you might be working on healing some traumas that happened in your youth and your childhood. And so let's get in there, right? It feels like you're ready to release this because it's so hard to carry. It's so heavy. And I'm so sorry that it happened to you, for one. And I'm so sorry that you've had to carry this burden for so long. Let's get some light in there. Ooh, when I started running the light in there, something was like, no, it did not want me in there. Tough, though. If you are here, you are obviously wanting light. So That's all I need to know about that. So we will put that aggressor on the curb. All right, and so whoever this is, this feels female. She feels in her 40s, 47, 48, somewhere around there, maybe 47, almost on the like cusp of 48, but feels 47, 48. Anyway, so female, darker hair. I think she's been working for a long time to heal this, and let's see if we can finish that healing tonight. It doesn't mean it won't still be there, like in the mind, but it won't trigger you. Okay, that's the goal for tonight. So it does not trigger you, and so you allow yourself to be open to relationships instead of scared, right? To trust yourself in a relationship, to know that you can discern when it isn't good for you and when it is good for you, so you can stay or you can make a decision to go. But it won't be based on fear, it'll be based on discernment. Okay, there's a big difference between like discernment and judgment, right? So let's do this. And yes, you are worthy of love and a relationship, a loving relationship. And how amazing would that be? Just remember, you also get to be the best partner, right? So let's work on that fear, releasing that fear that you've carried so long. It's going to feel weird for a couple days. When you're roller skating and then you get off your roller skates and it's like weird, it's hard to walk. You have to get used to it again. Like you've been carrying this so long. We're going to take it out, and then it might feel empty for a couple days, but bring in light, bring in healing, okay? However that translates to you, just bring in the divine and just over and over and over and help this process out. And if you are open to working with angels, you can ask God's angels to help you process and release these as you sleep, so that you don't have to do it on a conscious level, okay? But if you do that, know that it can cause you to have bad dreams because you're processing negative experiences, right? So you might have bad dreams. Don't try to interpret them. Don't try to figure out what happened in the dream. Just know, ooh, I was processing some really bad things, and I'm so glad I did that at night and not during the day. So you can definitely do that on a subconscious level and still get the same healing, okay? It feels like you are getting this, and I feel like you're like ready for this to explode. So let's get into that heart area, the metaphysical heart area. I'm just going to put so much light in there that it helps the fear just release on its own, okay? Just putting so much light. And just remember, you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. You are so intelligent. You're highly intelligent, highly attuned to other people. So you might be like even empathic in some people's eyes, right? Because you're so attuned to what other people, the energy of them, like if it shifts, you will notice it right away, right? If you see a little glimmer in somebody's eye, you will see that, right? Like you will interpret that. You'll know exactly what that means based on the energy that comes from them. So amazing. That's an amazing gift, right? I believe you turned that into a gift. I believe it may have started when you were younger and you had to kind of know somebody's actions before they did those actions. So, but it turned into a gift, right? And now you can discern, now you know if somebody has a red flag. And it's just trusting yourself and not rationalizing red flags, okay? You can do it. You have such beautiful strength and such beautiful heart. Like you deserve it, right? To share life with somebody. And how beautiful will that be? It's that yin and yang, right? The feminine, just embrace your femininity. And how wonderful does that feel, just to be in that flow? Right? The flow of the feminine. Oh, And then you get the masculine that comes in and just holds you, right? Holds you as you flow. And just make sure you have a safe, secure place to flow, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. You just keep your flow, honey. And you know what? When they're holding that space, if they shake it and you start spilling over, it's just time to move on, right? It's time to move on. Find somebody who's going to hold you steady so that you feel safe, so that you can flow, right? In the feminine and bring out that softer side of you. It feels like you've been going really hard with kind of blinders on most of your life. And now you're realizing that's a hard way to live, right? That's hard. It can be very, very tiring and exhausting. Let's open up that feminine. Oh, and allow that beautiful masculine counterpart to come in, right? And just hold you, hold that space for you. All right, so I'm going to just keep bringing in light for everybody. Everybody here is getting light, some healing light. Even though my attention is on this beautiful woman. Dark hair, it feels longer than shoulders, but not, I think it's like shoulder length. Maybe a little longer than shoulder length. Also feel bangs. Also feel bangs. Oh, beautiful. I hope everybody is feeling this. There's a lot of heart work going on tonight. I also feel like some dizziness in the collective of everybody that's here and will be here. I feel some dizziness, which I like because that just shows that things are being moved. Things that had like little bottlenecks or blocks are just being gently pushed away. And as you may know or you may not know, I don't know how experienced everybody is with this stuff. Like this light isn't just tonight. It's going to keep working in your body, okay? It's going to keep working in your body, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your energy. It's going to continue to work. All right, we have kind of a big, I don't know how much time I have. I don't have a clock around me either, so this is weird. I just want to do kind of this big little extraction, so to speak, from the woman that I've been working on for the majority of the evening here. 90, I think that means 90 seconds. All right. All right, so to this woman, I'm going to be pretty intense. You may, if you're sensitive to this, you will feel this, okay? I'm just going to drive it out. It doesn't serve you in a positive way at all. It brings in a lot of fear. It takes you back and keeps you in this mental loop of agony, like true agony, that you have kind of come to adopt it as familiar. And that's not you. That's not right. You don't need to have this any longer. It's not yours. And it doesn't serve anything positive in your life. Ooh. Oh, it says I'm in Winter Haven, but tonight I am actually in Sanford, Florida. Just northeast of Orlando. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna pop this out if we can. 1, 2, 3. Yay!
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Nikki the Psychic. Nikki the Psychic. Live from Nikki-the-psychic.square.site. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Nikki the Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. So I wanted to stick with more of a collective reading today regarding relationships, because that's what I've been dealing with my private phone readings that I do. And on the split, we have the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. And the 2 of Cups is all about that divine love. And the 10 of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the deck next to the Sun. And that is the ultimate family card. So this message is for the single collective. And you're wondering why you keep hitting speed bumps or seeming like you're finding the same individual over and over again. It's more because you've grown, but your taste in your significant other has not. And that's where the change needs to happen in order for you to get this energy around you and to be able to have that individual that you just naturally connect with and that you naturally flow with. You have to change your standards. And by raising your bar and changing your standards, you're going to start attracting individuals and finding individuals that are more along the path that you view as mature and you view as just having integrity and being honest and things like that. So if you're used to finding love in, like, that Low Places song keeps coming into my head, like places like that, like bars, wineries, stuff like that. Like single people in that place are only going to that place because they're lonely and they're looking to meet somebody. So I want you to start going to places with an open mind that you're going to attract somebody on your tier, but change the place that you're going. Go to like craft shows, go to different events in your community. School events is another big one. If you have children, you want to really find somebody and have somebody find you that's on the same level with their priorities in life right now. If you're looking to settle down and start that next chapter, you're not going to find that person in a bar. You're not going to find that person in somebody that's freshly divorced. You're not going to find that in those areas. And that's where the issue is. That's where you're getting that pushback. And they just seem to come in and you're out of your life very fast. And that's because they're not meant to be there. They're learning experiences, and you're not seeing the cycle that you have to break in order to be better and to find better. So with that being said, I want you to step back and write down what you find attractive now. Because a lot of you are looking at what you used to find attractive, but you're on your healing path. So you have to change that. You have to look for people who are honest. You have to look for people who have a 5-year plan, who have investments, who are hardworking, who don't, like, we all have addictions, who don't suffer from like a drinking problem or a drug problem. Like, you need to find somebody you don't have to save. And that's where a lot of you guys are messing up, because you're feeling bad for these people and you're figuring out that, like, okay, well, maybe they can be better for me. Maybe they can change. If they're this old and they still haven't changed, then they're not going to change. Like, you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for that person, but it's not happening because you're not changing your environment and you're not changing your standards. If you want to be put on a pedestal, you have to put yourself on that pedestal so that people see that energy, so that people are attracted to that energy. Yes, it's going to attract some moths, but that's where you need to use your intuition and you need to use your discernment to just work through those red flags, work through those people who are no longer serving your vision of how you want to live your life. Like, and these people will come in fast. It's just you have to do that little bit of work of changing your perspective, because right now you feel like you're at a loss, you're lonely. Like maybe you have gotten out of a very toxic relationship and you're just trying to progress forward and find your happiness. And it's going to come out of nowhere. And I'll tell you that right now, it's going to come out of nowhere. And you also, but you have to block the people, places, and things that no longer serve who you are. And that might sound repetitive, but that is the biggest thing whenever we are progressing forward into living the life that we want to live. We don't want to keep ourselves in a mental prison. We want to progress forward where we can be our true self. We don't have to adjust who we are, like to appease somebody else. Like, we want to be listened to, we want to be respected. So look for people that are looking for the same characteristics as you are. And that might sound a little cliche, but it makes a lot of sense when you really sit down and think about it. If you're going to the bar and you're looking for love, you're not going to find love, you're going to find somebody that you need to heal. And that is a gender neutral statement. You can take it as as it resonates. If you meet somebody in those type of after hours environments, it's never going to work out the way you want it to, because the healing's not there, because people who are on their healing path aren't spending their time in a bar. They're not wasting hours and stuff like that. Like they have investments, they have multiple jobs, they have a house that they're remodeling. Like those are the characteristics that you need to deem attractive at this point in time in your life. Not, oh, I feel bad for so-and-so, they're sitting here all by themselves, they just need somebody to love them. No, you're going to just keep going through that same exact cycle until you break it. So, and then, yes, we got the Death and we got the Queen of Swords on the split. So this is definitely a whole new game for you to be playing. Like you're going to need to stand in your boundaries. You're going to need to keep that sense of integrity for yourself and really learn to trust your intuition to filter out who's good for you and who's not. But we also had the Hermit card there for a second, and that's telling me that you need to go inward. You need to spend a little bit of time alone. Like if you're single and you have been single, maybe you haven't been doing the work to attract somebody that actually feeds into you and pours into you the way you pour into them. And that's where you need to make those changes. That's where, like, we got the High Priestess, like, and you just need to slow down and listen. You need to take the loneliness out of the equation and pick up a hobby that takes your mind off of this situation of being single and whatever. And you never know, in that hobby, you might meet somebody who loves the same things that you do. And that is, instead of trauma bonding and like starting the relationship talking about what so-and-so did to you or why you broke up or this, that, and the third, you're talking about positive things like the stuff you have in common, movies that you like, music, like food, home decor, things like that. Like those are really where the relationship starts expanding. That's where things start taking off in the best direction. And that's where you're really going to start oiling that wheel of fortune in the direction that you want it to go. It's not going to look like somebody sad by themselves. Like, because people who are successful in life aren't sad and by themselves. If they are by themselves, they're by themselves doing something productive that's going to push them ahead. Like we have the Empress card, they're nurturing themselves, they're nurturing their life. And that's exactly what you should be doing. Like, don't play the victim that you're sad and lonely and single. Get up there and make the differences in yourself to start attracting that person and to meet people through positive things and to have positive conversations and to build a happy life and a happy relationship off of something that's truly divine, that truly lights up your life, that you don't have to second guess. And so many people, like, They don't want to do that because they get familiar with how they're finding their relationships. They get familiar with those environments and it's not panning out how they want to. And then they literally just repeat that cycle forever. Or sometimes they do meet that person in their life and they're not emotionally mature enough to accept that energy at that point in time. So then that relationship falls apart from your own doing because you are seeing past relationships in a relationship that has absolutely nothing to do with that scenario anymore. And that could be what's causing the delays too, is you're not doing your work. You're not putting down your painful burdens to move forward, to be able to accept that kind of relationship, which is honestly the relationship that you truly want. Like you're not going, like that's just not going to work out. Like you can't have somebody who is on a different energy level than you in your life without some type of chaotic feedback. It's like bouncing two magnets off of each other. It's just not going to work out, and it's going to end up being more of a karmic learning cycle than an actual happy experience. And we don't want to do that anymore. We want to transition forward into actually finding that real love, and love is a broad spectrum word. Like it could be acts of kindness, it could be physical touch, there's so many different variables for it. And that's why you need to expand how you view it yourself, from looking at people from only the outside and maybe figuring out who they are on the inside, and moving past that high school based honeymoon phase, how the relationship, like what the movies portray it as, like that's not real. You have to find somebody that is a positive influence on you, and vice versa. Every day you raise each other up, but you also understand that every day is not going to be perfect, and there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. And like with the Page of Pentacles here, like it's there, that manifestation, and it's just, you have so many steps that you need to do before you can jump into that relationship, and it'll move faster once you start doing the work. Like you might be complaining that you're going to be alone forever and this, that, and the third, but you're not going to. See, we got the Lover's card. You just have to work on yourself. You're waiting for those seeds that you planted to grow. Well, in the process, like in the time that you're spending waiting, go do something positive. Put yourself out there. Let yourself be around new people, places, and things so that you can absorb a different kind of energy, so you can meet that person. Because the only person in this equation that is preventing themselves from finding that divine love is you. You got to do that inner work to get you to that level. And yeah, some relationships really are karmic lessons, but in those karmic lessons, we have to figure out what is for us and what is not for us, what we want for ourselves, what we look for in a relationship. And sometimes it's like mixing oil and water. Sometimes it's not going to work out the way you want it to. But you learn from there. You learn respect for yourself. You learn that you don't want those types of characteristics in that person anymore. You want somebody better, somebody that's not going to treat you like that. So yeah, these karmic cycles are not a good time, but you're learning from them. And that's the whole point of this journey into finding ourselves again, is to just that, find yourself and be able to step back and see that not everybody's for you. Maybe they're there for a reason. So we got to work on ourselves so that the reason people enter our lives are because they're divine gifts to help complete us, not divine karmic cycles. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Tune in next week to listen again. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please find me on Facebook at Nikki the Psychic, and there you'll find the links to all my social media and my website as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Big shout outs to my sponsors, Rock Bottom Jewelry and Engraving. They are located in Westmoreland Mall in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. You can visit their website at rockbottomje.com. Also, Autumn, the owner of Just Breathe Holistic Wellness, which is where I'm filming from, and her holistic center is located in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. Thank you all for tuning in and have a great night.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Instinct Reclaim Sanctuary Sessions with Christina Elliott. Live from ChristinaElliott.org. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Instinct Reclaim on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everyone, it's nice to see everyone again. I have been MIA for a few weeks, but that was just due to a series of unfortunate events, a comedy of errors, whatever. Oops, I wasn't supposed to quote anyone. We're going to dive right into the pyramid scheme of life. We've talked about obeying and performing. We've talked about fitting in. We've talked about other people's expectations. And now we're going to talk about survival, because that's where yours truly has been for the past 3 weeks. I had to leave. Well, I didn't have to, but I left my soul guided pyramid here for a bit, and I was just functioning in survival mode. It happens to the best of us, psychics as well. And it is common to fluctuate between the evil pyramid scheme of life and the good soul-led pyramid that we have here. But when we get stuck in survival, our reality becomes survival, a never-ending rat race to a comfortable life if we're lucky. I'm lucky. I'm back in my comfortable life. I'm ready to go. We will be taking a caller, but I just wanted to say, if you're living in survival mode, knock it off. We don't want to do that to ourselves. It is unhealthy, both mentally and physically. As my aging body will let you know, it is not happy when I live in survival mode, because then everything else starts to hurt. I have a new product out on my website to help us all with it, though. I have posted out there for sale. It's a survival to soul mini guide. It will help you kind of recalibrate yourself quickly and efficiently when we're all in need, especially this time of year. Whenever it gets wintry here in Wisconsin, I definitely get a little cranky. I get a little bit in survival mode. I'm not very fond of the cold weather, but on my website, ChristinaElliott.org, you can go there. I have a shop up there now. I plan to have some other little goodies out there as I get them developed. But the first one, Survival to Soul Mini Guide, I made it affordable. It's $5.99 plus tax, out there for anyone that just needs a little pocket guide kind of on how to keep yourself in a positive frame of mind. And it's not just how to keep yourself there, it's how to get yourself out of it when you're feeling crappy. That's out there for you. It looks like we're ready for a caller. We have Jill in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Jill, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Jill, I'm also in Wisconsin, so I hope you're staying warm. How are you this evening?
Good. Where are you?
I'm in the Madison area, so I'm in the suburbs,
Okay.
just outside of Madison.
So you're gonna get colder this weekend than I am.
I think that's what I have heard. I have no plans to venture out too much though. Maybe some fun with friends, but other than that, I just want to stay cozy in my own home.
Me too.
It's the safest place.
Yes.
But you probably called because you had a question or two. What can I do for you?
So I'm going to be 45 on the 17th. I had an unexpected health issue where I lost my balance, and I'm still recovering, and it's been a month today.
Are you still recovering, or you are still recovering is what you said?
I am still recovering.
Okay. And did you just want me to check in and see what your health looks like presently? Or did you have a particular question?
Whatever you think you should look at.
All right. Well, first, happy early birthday. I hope you have a fabulous one. It's a milestone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Let me tap into your energy here. Just give me a moment to ground and connect. The first thing I am sensing, I am unable to determine if this is a future or present, but right now within your body, I'm feeling really good. Like I prefer your energy next to my body's energy right now because mine is so achy, but I'm feeling like yours is feeling lighter. I feel like, are you starting to notice improvements within yourself as well?
Very slowly, but yes.
Slowly. Okay, because what I'm feeling is extremely light. I feel that this is energy that you'll have like a 90% to 100% recovery rate. I don't see this affecting you I don't feel this affecting you long term. You may continue to have spells of vertigo or dizziness associated from time to time, but it's never going to be anything that is as severe as you experienced it in the past. So it'll be more like you just slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. As long as you remember to take it slow and steady, especially when you're getting up from seated positions, you should be okay. Did you have concerns, or do you have concerns? Spirit's telling me you got something going on with this or with this recent episodes, and you're driving. Are you not able to drive? Are you feeling unsafe to drive? I'm not really sure what they want to discuss here.
I feel unsafe to drive.
You do. Okay. What I would suggest, first of all, if you feel unsafe, don't drive. You know, if you live a life where driving is not an actual requirement that you do day to day, don't force yourself. And Spirit's telling me you might start to have a little more comfort if there's someone that could ride with you in the car and just start slowly. Does that sound like something you could do if you have a friend or family member? Just go for if somebody wants to go shopping or go out to eat with you or run errands, whatever. I think that will make you feel a little more secure and just have that person there and do short distances, something that you're comfortable with at first, 5-10 minutes, and just slowly place yourself back into a place of comfort with driving. If you feel like it, because it is your choice. If you don't ever want to drive again, I think you'd be okay with that too. Are there other questions?
I'm going to have to drive again. So you see me recovering soon.
I do. I do. Let me check in with a timeline. One moment.
Okay.
It will be slow. I'm seeing you up. I feel like you're going to feel that 90 to 100% better within the next 3 to 4 months. So that's when you're really going to start not feeling the physical ailments that come with it. Not just the dizziness itself, but the anxiety that you get with it. Or I feel like you have some, like, I feel like there's other aches and pains throughout your body as a result of this. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Those will be also feeling better for you within the next 3 to 4 months. But that is, of course, if you keep doing the things that's recommended for you medically in order to feel better too. So if you've been given medications, I would recommend, follow up with your doctor and keep in close communication with them about any medications you're currently on, and pay attention to how they make you feel too. Because as you continue to heal yourself, the medications, I think I'm sensing there might be a little, a dosing issue with one of them, that perhaps maybe you'll want to lower your dose over a period of time. I feel like I feel like your doctor may have already talked to you about this, and to just be aware of some of those symptoms. Because I feel like one of the symptoms, or one of the side effects of having the dose too high, is dizziness. And so just be aware of that it could be a medication issue in the future if you're experiencing any of that. Just kind of be aware of the medications you're taking and the side effects, and stay in communication with your healthcare professionals.
Will I be able to go back to work after, when the new year starts?
Let's see here. If they give you, I can't think of the word. If they give you like a position that is a little more limited than what you usually do, is your day-to-day work a little physical? Like, are you on your feet or moving around quite a bit?
No.
Then I think you should be okay going back after the new year, because you'll be able to you won't be in positions where you're placing yourself in predicaments, so to speak, where you could get dizzy and have an accident as a result. I don't see that's a problem after the first of the year, but you may want to request a modified duty. If there are things, I don't know though. I feel that you will be able to do your job accurately and well. I think you have a hesitation though. May I ask what your hesitation is about going back to?
Well, I got driving there and back.
Oh, got you. How long is your drive? I feel like it's like 15 to 20 minutes.
No, it's about 10. Well, both
okay.
ways,
So
it would be
I
20.
must have been giving you winter time. No, I'm just kidding. I make mistakes too.
It depends, right?
Yes. We just have a couple minutes left. I think that if you can do these practice drives and get yourself into a more comfortable position, I would say if you want to think about going back to work mid to late January, I feel that would be okay, as long as you practice driving enough to make yourself feel comfortable.
Okay.
I hate to put the onus on you, but at the end of the day, you're the only one that knows how you feel when you're out there, and just with the law of attraction, if you're not feeling well, or if you're too scared to drive, we all know how that just comes and bites us in the ass. Oh, I'm not supposed to swear, excuse me. But that's what I'm saying. I want you to be aware of how driving makes you feel. Because if you're constantly anxious and your heart is racing, then it's not a good time for you. You want to find a grounding space where you can peacefully be behind the wheel. That's why I feel like if you're driving with someone in the vehicle with you as a practice, that would help you ease into it a little bit more. And Jill, we are out of time, but I want to thank you so much for calling in. I want you to have a beautiful, happy, happy, happy birthday on the 17th of December. It's a wonderful day. And I am so glad to be back on the air, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And hopefully we are done with a series of unfortunate events, and I'll be back live with you again next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. In the meantime, everyone, check out my website, ChristinaElliott.org. Order yourself a Survival to Soul mini guide because it'll really help you get through these winter months. I hope you have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you and good night.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Insights with Solaris with Jennifer. Live from Solaris.one. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Insights with Solaris on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Insights with Solaris, where I'm your host, Jennifer, a tarot reader for over 10 years, and I have over a dozen certifications from like an astrology, numerology, to all types of energy healing. But I always come back to say I am simply a channel of spirit, and I bring messages and healings for those who find me. And I always start out with a collective message for whoever is watching. And so this is just energies to be aware of over the next 7 days, sometimes a little bit longer. It's going to fall out a little bit differently from everyone, but the overall themes will be a bit relevant as we move forward. And it seems like over the next 7 days, there's going to be a lot of balancing that's being requested for you. This could be all sorts of things. I said before, it's a collective reading, so it's going to affect each person a little bit different. So you may be balancing work with getting enough sleep, or you could be balancing time with your family, friends, loved ones, and also making sure that you need time to yourself as well. So there is this portion of romance also taking a new direction in creative projects. So as you're balancing these things, you may get a little bit anxious at times. That's completely okay. You don't always have to take action immediately. You can wait, you can think things through. As long as you don't let the fear-based thoughts consume you, it's completely okay to just rest. Find that balance, take a few steps back, whatever it is that you want. But just know that it's okay to be a bit playful as well. There may be a lot on your plate over the next 7 days, but just know as you are moving about, one thing to really consider, especially if you're balancing relationships, whatever type of relationship they may be, family, children, romance, criticizing somebody in an unconstructive way is only going to lead to further unhappiness. Love is about accepting each other as you are and meeting each other in the present moment. And sometimes there may be that balance, that imbalance, I should say, in this particular thing where you could be afraid to speak up as well, or coming out and trying to say, I'm dissatisfied in this way or another. It's okay. Again, you don't have to make any steps this week or even next week or ever. It's completely up to you. But just know that love and understanding is important. And there is going to be a shift in perspective should you choose that. Because the balance you have right now may not necessarily be completely satisfied for all parties. And this isn't going to be a message for everyone. I'm going to repeat that as well, as it's a collective message. While this may be romance for another person, this could also be a situation in your workplace. But there is a dissatisfaction here, and it's time to say, let's look at these fears and decide if we want to change anything so we can have more happiness in the future. And so if that message does resonate for you, I wish you luck over the next 7 days. Just remember that you have what it takes to solve all your problems when you are ready for them to be solved. So we are going to go to our caller today, and we have Kelly from Virginia. Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
All right. How are you?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I love being here. I love meeting everyone across the country and also from other countries too. So, what type of questions do you have for me tonight?
I guess I'm just whatever you pick up.
Okay. So there seems like immediately, there is a question on your mind, and that's okay. We can go into it, or we can just kind of get the information without diving that deep into it. But first things first is that you have the answer, and you need to do what's right. Everything is within this heart space, right? And when you are able to lead with your heart, that's when things move quickly for you. But it is important to know as you are moving on is that you must be aware of anything that you are projecting onto a person or situation, because this is positive and negative. So when you see somebody and like, oh my gosh, that person is so charismatic, or they're so friendly and happy, you only see that because you are capable of having that as yourself. So if there's anything that you don't like in a person or anything that you really like in a person, just make sure that you are looking at how you project onto other people, and just allow that reflection to come into play as you're moving across the next couple of weeks, because you're going to need a lot of inner strength over the next couple of weeks, particularly around relationships. Is there a particular relationship that you've been having on your mind?
It's been a couple years that I've been single, and I feel like I'm starting to feel ready, maybe. But, I'm just not sure, but not anybody in particular, no.
Okay. In previous relationship, the last relationship, did you ever think that you were moving too quickly, or you rushed into things? You didn't really get to know them as a person truly?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. So the good thing is that part is in the past, right? You have learned your lessons on that, and I love that. Because, hey, it's over, now you can move forward. But regarding relationships, it does seem like you may have had like a type of soulmate relationship in the past that you were meant to learn from. Now, soulmates they don't always mean like you have to be romantically involved and you're going to spend your entire life together. It could be somebody who comes in for a few months or even a couple of days to teach you a lesson. But it seems like you do have a person that you're still kind of attached to, whether it's not as physically or you're in the same sphere of existence currently. There is part of you that is still like, oh, this does not turn out the way I want it to. And there is part of you that is still holding on to the ideal of that connection, which is kind of why you're like, okay, I think I'm ready, but I'm not quite. So there's there could be a little bit more healing work there, but embrace it. Embrace that you found something in past relationships, and it doesn't always have to be romance, it can be friends and family. It's moving forward. And it's going to be a while for this to all click into place, but it's not about finding your missing piece in another person. It's about finding people and surrounding yourself with friends, family, and partners that supports your strengths and your weaknesses. So as we were talking about before, all of the good qualities you see in somebody, is because you recognize it, because you have felt it, you have experienced it at some point. So we can absolutely say, oh my gosh, this person is strong, they're very good at budgeting, however it may be. It's just a reminder of that. It's not about finding somebody who completes you, as I know there's a big exaggeration, especially in media, of like finding the perfect person. That doesn't really exist.
Right.
But
Yep.
you're about to ready to just completely close this lesson. And I love that underneath all of this is the wish card coming in. So you are stepping in subconsciously, you are just enveloping all these lessons to be a more balanced version of yourself and also opening up. So there may still be a couple weeks before you're like, okay, I want to get back out into the dating scene. I'm ready for this, because you're still at that beginning stage. But that's okay, because right now it's being like you're pretty happy. Like you have a good foundation, you're smart, definitely, and you're objective. And I like seeing that you're in this position now, because in the past, right, moving too quickly, you were wanting passion, and it was just completely covering your sense of self and logic. And that's not going to happen again. You've learned those lessons. So
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see what we have coming up. Oh, absolutely. You're stepping into where you are balancing your emotions and logic and understanding what you want. And it does seem like you're going to start pulling in potential partners to continue to help you grow in this balanced way. Because it's less about finding a person, but more about, okay, am I content? Am I happy? Am I willing to allow someone to add to that happiness now? And it seems that in the beginning, you're going to have your guard up a lot. And that's completely okay, right? You can baby step, you can jump right into the pool, but that's going to be uncomfortable for you. So step your toe into the water. When you're ready, right? Those partners, those opportunities will naturally come in a bit more for you. And again,
yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of 4s for you. So like over the next couple of weeks, like 4 weeks, and then going into the summer months, I'm seeing like a barbecue or like some type of outing as well, where you may actually want to bring like possibly a potential partner into like an outside settings and like kind of mingle and introduce to friends and family. So that's all possibilities. But for you, the major theme of this is, do you know what you want now? And can you answer that question now?
Yeah, I definitely learned from the past. I will say that. And I instead of being bitter about anything, I'm just grateful actually for the lesson, because I needed that. So.
Yeah, and I like lessons can be hard, but as I'm seeing things continue to unfold out for here, again, you have 3 wish cards here. So you're manifesting and you're bringing in a person that will really bring a lot of joy into your life. So look for the number 9 for like signs of when you're meeting people, like, oh, hey, do you want to go meet at 9 p.m.? Or is it when you go out and for a cup of coffee, your total is $9? So it's kind of things like that. You are continuing to heal. Don't rush that process, okay? Those opportunities and that person that you connect with, or multiple people you want to connect with, is going to happen. And it's going to unfold in a comfortable way. It's not that hot, heavy passion. It's not anxiety or infatuation. It's truth, and it's going to be love. So hang in there, and I hope for the best, because it is going to be quite a journey for you, Kelly.
Oh, thank you.
In a very good way. In a very good way.
Yeah, I do believe that. I think I've been through all the toads, you would say, or whatever, and it's my time to maybe find the one someday, when it. Bless you.
Yes, and best of luck, Kelly.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Insights with Solaris with Jennifer. Live from Solaris.1. Connect direct. And you're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Mediumship Uncovered with Medium Donna Young. Live from MediumDonnaYoung.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Mediumship Uncovered on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Wonderful. Hi everyone, I'm excited to be back with Mediumship Uncovered. So Medium Donna Young, that's who I am. So from all the way from Cootamundra in New South Wales in Australia. So I've got a little bit of a cold today, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit nasally, but I've got some exciting news. I'm doing a caller today. I've also got a few messages for a few people, which I do every week, which I'll do after the call. I'm just going to let you know about some exciting not in October, sorry, I read that wrong. So I'm going to be in Orange in March. So I have a show on the Friday, on the 6th of March, and then we're at Crystal Creatives Expo on that weekend. So Matt will be doing his teas and I'll be doing readings. So very excited about that. Keep an eye on my page, which is MediumDonnaYoung.com. I've also got a lot of other shows coming up. So in May, we've got Griffith, we've got Aubrey, we've got Sheppington. So we're coming down to Victoria. We've also in June, we have Forbes, Dubbo and Narrabri. And then in September, we're going north. So I'm going to actually be in Grafton, Tweed Heads, Bundaberg, and a lot of other places. So keep an eye on my website to see where I'm at and where I'm coming. And I've been trying to cover all the people who've been asking me for some time to come to your area. So very excited about that. So I do have a call coming today as well. So now I've been asked, let me have a look. Let's see. So Amanda from Florida in the US. So let's speak to Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
How you going? Yeah, good. So we've just got a few moments. I'm a bit snuffly today, so I'm sorry. I've got a little bit of a cold. So how I work is I communicate directly with spirit. So I also give a lot of my predictions come true for the future as well. So just give me a little bit of feedback as I'm getting the information just to make sure I'm interpreting the messages correctly. So I'm straight away getting I'm getting a man coming through for you. I feel like this man has been passed for quite some time, and I actually feel like his passing was quite sudden, and he actually comes through with a lot of love for you, and I feel like this was someone who was either like that was kind of, I feel like he might have actually out with this man, and where he was quite young, and he's talking about where he wants to apologize. It's almost like what happened shouldn't have happened with his passing, if that makes sense. I feel like it's almost like a friendship where he kind of loved you, but there was also like a almost like a brother kind of connection as well. Does that make sense?
Is it an older person or a younger
Are you
person?
there? No, he's younger. He's
Like
a
in his
younger
20s?
person. I feel like, yeah, in his 20s. And he's been gone for quite some time, if that makes sense. And it's almost like he had a bit of a crush on you or just loved you, like really loved you. And I feel like he had something to, like he's got like an ADHD kind of energy, real excitable, real fun. And I feel like it was an accident to do with him doing something silly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I never got to see him again before he passed.
Yeah, and he loved you. He absolutely loved you, and he just wants you to know he's around. Real fun energy, real excitable. He looks over you all the time, because of that. Like you didn't judge him, where a lot of people judged who he was, and he wants to say thank you that you never judged him. He's talking about. Has there been big changes with your work?
No, not right yet. I'm still doing the
Okay,
same
because
stuff.
he's talking about, yeah, because he's talking about there's going to be a change with your work where there's going to be an offer to study and do something totally different, which is really exciting for you. I feel like this is going to be offered through where you already are. It's almost like there's new management or whatever, and they're doing a little bit of a change in a little bit of a change in management and shuffling people around to try and enhance things. Has there also been issues around love?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Mhm.
talking about, it's almost like where you're not sure if you want to stay or go from this situation. And what he's talking about is you've really got to prioritize what's right for you. What do you want? What's right for you? It's almost like you don't know where you stand half the time. Has this come to an end already?
Yes. Basically, I just
Yeah,
moved back to my residence
yeah,
that I
yeah, because he's
yeah.
talking about rebuilding your life. It's almost like you didn't know where you stood with this person, and where it's almost like you lost yourself in this relationship where you really didn't know who you were anymore. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And um, I've also got a
Can
father
I
on
ask you
the
a
other
question to
side.
ask? Oh, okay. I was just
Yep.
curious about the boy. Did he say if his name was Junior?
Junior, that was his nickname, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah, because
but his
he's
first
saying
name was
that was my
Robert.
Yeah, because he's saying that was my nickname. Was
Oh my
Junior.
goodness! So he did pass. I didn't know for sure if he passed away. I was told he did, but then I was told he got. Did he say how he passed away?
Was he involved in something? It's almost like he was involved with something, and someone else might have had something to do with his passing.
I was told that he got killed on a horse at a rodeo. So I don't know.
I don't know if someone, because I seen him hitting the ground, and it was in the dirt. They don't show me a lot because it might interfere with me. Does that make sense? And he's talking about where he, I don't know if he collided with someone else, but he's talking about where someone else was involved with this. I'm just seeing him hitting the dirt, and it's almost, I feel like I was trampled in some way. But he's also talking about were you close to a sister?
He what?
Were you close to his sister?
I don't know.
Okay.
Was
he's
I close with
talking
his
about,
sister?
yeah.
No, I didn't know
Because
his
he's
family.
okay, because he's talking about his sister. And I don't know if his sister was there when this happened, but he keeps talking about his sister.
Oh.
So he's just
Okay.
talking about, he had a love for you. He's talking about it's almost like he was going to come back for you or something like that. It's almost like where, but he wants you to know that he's around. So, and I feel like he's quite young, this man, quite young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like this is about rebuilding yourself now. There's going to be an opportunity at work to actually study more, to grow more, and it's pretty much your year this year. So, so just embrace it. I do feel like there is love coming for you, but not until in about a year's time. I feel like you're kind of rebuilding yourself, and you've got to find out who you are again, if that makes sense. And I do feel like there may be someone from your past that's going to come back into your life, not someone who you've dated before, but someone that you've known in the past, and that person is someone that you may have known through people. I feel like this person might be a bit younger than you, where they may have been a few years younger than you, but you didn't really know them, if that makes sense. And I feel like this is going to be really lovely, this relationship. But I feel like it's going to be within the next 12 to 18 months that this kind of forms. So you could meet this person anytime between now and then, but the 18 months or 12 months is where the commitment comes into play. Okay, so enjoy your new life. Okay, it was lovely to meet you.
Well,
thank you, Amanda.
To talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I just want to cover a few more people as well. So I want to say a shout out to Frances. So I actually get a mother around you in spirit. So this lady comes straight through when I read your name. And I don't know if you're from New Zealand, but I get she talks to me with like an accent, a New Zealand accent. And she wants you to know that she's around you all the time. I feel like there's been health issues with you, and she's talking about that's getting a lot better for you now, and where things are going to stabilize a little bit this year, she's talking about. So needing to be careful with your sugar levels. So I'm not a doctor, but just that's what she's just saying. So, and I've also got a message for Tina as well. I'm getting a young man coming through, and he's saying that there's been issues around friendships, but I feel like you've needed to kind of clear out some of these friends or walk away from situations where life's going to get a lot better for you. So, okay, well, I'm almost finished for today. Thank you, everyone. I'm here every Thursday in Washington, D.C. at 9 p.m. You can leave messages on some of the feeds that we post, and I might be able to mention you. So have a great week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I hope you're all doing really well. I will get into, if you're new to the show, I do a 3-card pull for the collective every week, and you can take a moment to see whether you're drawn to card 1, card 2, or card 3. Remember, it's a collective reading, so kind of like whatever the message that I give, you see where you can fit it in your life that it needs the most guidance at this point in time. If the message doesn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to somebody else, maybe you're just meant to pass it on. Otherwise, just kind of like hang on to it. It might be an answer that you need, whether it's in a couple of days, weeks, months, just see how you go. Remember, it's a collective, so I try to give as much information as I can to be as specific as I can in a short amount of time. Okay, so if you are drawn to card 1, we have this card here, which is nature. All right, now with this card, it did come out upside down when I flipped it, and I always do the cards before the show just for the purpose of time. I'm very limited for time, so if it's like one less thing that I can do, so that's why they're all chosen beforehand. All right, now if you have picked number 1 and it has come out upside down, I feel like with some of you may be constantly connecting spiritually, and you may need to go outside and ground yourselves. For some of you might be not connecting very well with your intuition, because a lot of people, once they start getting a bit of a taste of their abilities, they want to keep going and getting more and more and more. But you can't just live up here, spiritually. You have to ground yourself. You have to also be in touch with your human side and everything that you need to do with life. You can't constantly be asking spirit for answers about absolutely everything. Okay, so I do feel like you do need to listen to your intuition. You got to trust your instincts. Maybe the grounding will help you with that. I do feel like there is issues here that need to be resolved for some people. I'm also getting there needs to be some rest here for some of you, whether it's physically, mentally, even spiritual rest, like I mentioned. I'm hearing you need to unwind. So see how that resonates for you. If you want to go outside and ground yourself barefoot on grass, I know some of you it's winter, so that may be a little bit hard. But that's actually the best way. Okay, if you were drawn to card 2, it's this one here that has hands written on it. I know some of you are just listening to the show, so if you want to watch the video, you'll be able to see the card. All right. I feel with this one, this is, I'm getting even though it's got like a lot of things on here, like tools, apprenticeship work, stuff like that, I'm also getting hands-on healing here. So some of you may be healers, and you might be wondering whether that's a path you want to go down. So whether it's Reiki or any other healing modality. So maybe look into that. I feel like you've got to make stronger connections here spiritually, and sort of like have more faith in your abilities and trust your inner guidance as well. I am also being told you need to practice some patience at this given time as well. There will be, I feel like, an awakening, a shift. There'll be some kind of discovery within your self, and it could be about what you need to choose. This could be work related. It could be a hobby. So just see how that resonates with you. If you are tuned into card 3, it's this one here, which has time on it. All right, with this card, there's a lot of stuff with this card. It can be releasing things from the past, letting go, healing yourself, allowing yourself to heal, growing, and as you're moving on from things. I do feel like with some of you, you need to practice. It's time to practice some self-care, looking after yourself, but it's also like, finding yourself worth and self-respect as well. And also I'm getting, some of you might need to create some boundaries. There is also forgiveness coming up with this. It's part of the healing journey. It's releasing, having compassion for other people. I'm being told place yourself in somebody else's situation to have a better understanding for what's going on with them. Okay, I hope that has helped. Now I have Natalie on the line. Natalie, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you today?
Basically, my question would probably be career path.
So what was that? Your husband what?
My question would probably be like career.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you very clearly. Are you saying about your career?
Yeah, like that's what I would have questions about.
Okay, all right. Love this, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, but I don't feel like it's the right time to go ahead with anything like right now. I am seeing the Knight of Wands in my third eye, and the Knight of Wands it represents, like hastiness. So don't be too hasty in your decisions. However, that whatever comes up, you are perfectly capable of controlling it and dealing with it. So I feel like, all there's new beginnings, there's choices along with indecisions, along with opportunities. But whatever sense of helplessness or hopelessness that you've had in the past around this, I feel like that's all going to change. There is, but you are going to change as well. It's not just what you do with work. I feel like you're growing out of things, or you've grown out of things. It's not, you're moving into being a different person and wanting different things for yourself. And Spirit are like, don't feel like there's any despair or anything around this, because there is definitely movement. And with your movement, as you move forward, there is strength even when there's only little changes, they're saying. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay. There is going to be improvement in your finances, as saying, and any hardships that you've had along the way, whether they were big or small, Spirit is saying they're all coming to an end now. Okay, it's like they're showing me like you're walking, and it's like you're nearly at a corner, like turning the corner, but you're not quite there yet. Okay. They keep going on about balancing between where you're at and what you want, and they're saying, look and see what you need to do to move forward in the direction that you want to go. I'm seeing, like I said before, I'm seeing you studying something. I feel like you can do this online, like part-time or something. And they're also saying to me to tell you to spend a bit more time with yourself, and thinking your own thoughts about this. So if people are kind of like giving you their opinion on what you can do, you have to, they're saying just, it's okay to listen to everybody, but take all their advice and then just trust your intuition and what makes sense for you. But Spirit are behind you in what you want to do, and but this is part of the process for you. It's an opportunity for you to tune into Spirit, to get a better connection with them. Okay. I just want to ask you something. Is you wanting to get pregnant, or is somebody around you pregnant or wanting to get pregnant? Because I keep seeing babies.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, all right. Well, just keep it in mind, because I could also see an elderly lady in spirit, and she's showing me a baby in a womb, and she's also showing me like morning sickness, coughing. No, coughing doesn't have to do with pregnancy, but the person may have a cough during their pregnancy. So just keep that in mind. She's also showing me a celebration and a birthday cake. Is somebody's birthday coming up? If you can't remember off the top.
For a while. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a celebration coming up. So just keep that in mind. You may get invited somewhere unexpectedly. So just keep that in mind. She's also come in to say to you, you know, to just kind of like calm down. You know, everything will be okay and work out for you as well, Natalie. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, honey. Good luck with everything.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Tales from the Other Side with Chris Clardy. Live from TarotandLenormandbyChris.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Tales from the Other Side on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening and happy Friday Eve, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and paying us a visit tonight. I would like to tell you about a new event that's planned for next month that I'm super excited about. We're going to be at Omafor Derma Aesthetics. They also do tattoos and body piercings, and I will be hosting an event there doing pet readings, and they will have some talented artists there doing memorial paw tattoos. So if you are in the Northeast Ohio area, particularly on the east side of Cleveland in the Geauga County area in Chardon, that's where this event will take place. It's in, like I said, in Chardon, and it'll be on March the 14th, which is a Saturday, and we will be doing this from 1 to 4 o'clock. So you can find more information about this on my Facebook page, and you can also find more about it on my website, Tarot and Lenormand by Chris. It's not quite there yet. That'll be updated soon, but it looks like we have Tana in Oceanside, California. Hi, how can we help you?
I have had a few pets, of course, most people do, but I had a few really close ones. So I'd like to hear from them if you can.
Okay. If you can help me out a little bit do you have one in particular? And if so, what is their name and breed would help?
Rocky.
Okay.
Just a cat. I don't know what breed.
Yeah, okay. Close enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocky the cat. Oh. So what I start working with first is I try to start tuning into that energy and start picking up likes, dislikes, personalities. And I'm feeling like Rocky had a very this personality sense that I'm getting was very large, but I feel like was large with the people he knew well. I'm not feeling it was very robust in front of strangers. That was something that he had to warm up to, but wasn't a cat that would completely hide from people once he started to know them. Unlike some cats, it's just like, you're not my people, I'm never gonna like you. He would warm up after a little bit. And he was funny. He had a goofy nature about him. I'm seeing him sitting in this window, and this window, I can't quite tell if this was an actual window ledge that kind of jutted out a little bit, or a stool that was stool or bench that was kind of in front of it. But I'm also seeing some plants that were next to it, and him kind of like sticking his face out a little bit and kind of rubbing against where the plants were, and you going, leave that alone.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
He loved, there was something right out that window, and typically, cats do like to hang out in windows and watch birds and stuff. I don't want to be generic about that, but I'm seeing like that being a walkway, and maybe where the driveway came up alongside of the house. Because I'm seeing activity, and he liked to watch what was going on in that as far as human activity, not just animals out there. It was like he could watch what, like if somebody was out working on a car, he could like oversee people as they were working outside. He was more particularly attached to you versus other members of the household. And
yeah,
he really liked to come and snuggle up against, I'm seeing him sitting like on the arm of a chair, like when you would be quietly like reading a book. He really enjoyed quiet time.
Yeah.
He does come and visit you quite often. And he was sort of talkative. And I feel like you have a sense of knowing when he's around, like you can kind of feel a sense of energy when he's around. And for a while after his passing, you thought you would see him, like catch glimpses of him out of the corner of your eye. I feel like he's been gone a little while though. He does watch over. You have another cat now.
Yes.
And this cat is a little, I think has grown up a little bit, but was quite the handful when he was younger.
Yeah.
But has started to grow out of, has gotten a lot better. And Rocky would sit back, and it was like he was like shaking his head like, oh my gosh, what did you do?
Right. Yeah,
but
he was a cool cat like that.
But I feel like Rocky was a little bit of a fire plug too when he was little. But
you said he talked a lot.
Yes.
You said, he was very vocal.
Yes. About pretty much everything. It was almost like you had a like a parrot. Like you would talk to him and he'd be like, meow meow, talk back.
I went on vacation for 2 days and I came back and I didn't hear the end of it. He would yell at me. Yeah, he was,
Yeah, I could understand that. He definitely is one that I get senses of animals that are going to kind of like reincarnate and come back in other forms. He's very content watching right now. I feel like he's with you to guide you right now. I feel like there's been some things that have gone on in the last 5 years that have had some I don't want to say instability. It's more or less like there's been a lot of changes, and there's been a lot of decision making and life changes that have gone on. And you've needed this other type of support from the other side. I feel like he has been part of it, and I'm feeling like there was an uncle that you were close to when you were younger, or a family friend that felt like an uncle that has crossed over, that is supporting you from the other side as well. And these two, Rocky
when I was a child.
Okay. They have been supporting you through these processes, but I think I'm feeling like the end of that has either come or is coming soon, and things are starting to kind of fall together a lot better for you. And once that happens, I feel like it's still going to be a while off, because I still feel like the cat you have now is youngish, and you're not quite ready for another feline in your life. But when it's time, he's going to come back to you.
Oh, yay. I was thinking he was a black cat, and I loved him. He was just my buddy, and I'm thinking about getting another black cat. So
okay,
later.
They're the coolest. I have one too. His name is Merlin.
Yeah.
They're one of a kind. Black cats and orange cats. There's
never had an orange, but yeah, black. Yeah.
So your cat now is quite inquisitive, and I feel like he's almost like a watchdog. Like he alerts you to things, and not a dog like is aggressive or anything, but it's like he does watch out for things going on in the house. And if there's something not right, he does get your attention about things. Is he male? I'm feeling like a masculine type energy to him.
Yeah.
He's very caring and loving. He's got a strong presence about him, and he's a very, very good judge of character. And I find that more in dogs. Cats seem to be a little bit more aloof in that perception of who they like and who they don't like. They usually typically don't like anybody but their people.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more judgy.
He runs. If someone comes and he runs and hides, but getting used to it. Like if my sister comes over, he'll peek. Okay, it's her, So, but he's gotten a lot more relaxed. Yeah, a lot more relaxed as he's gotten older. Yeah.
Yes, I'm feeling that's definitely a maturity thing for him, and he picks up on these little nuances of you. If you are stressed out about somebody, like for example, it could be somebody you're familiar with, but you're like, why did you stop by right now? I didn't invite you over. You're kind of intruding. He'll be like, why are they here? And he's going to hide from them because he knows you don't want them here. So he's very, very in tune to you. And watch him in the kitchen over by there. I don't know if there's a back door or a side door, but watch him in that area. He's looking over in the corner a lot, and he can see Rocky over there. There's a spot where some sunlight comes in that area, and he can see Rocky likes to sit over in that corner, and he can see him. So pay attention to that area, and when you notice it, acknowledge Rocky, because he's in there. That's where he's in there visiting at.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that.
And Rocky, you do have dreams about him every now and then. So acknowledge him when you remember that in the morning. And you've got some really cool cats. So I want to thank you for sharing them with me and with everybody else that's watching us tonight. And you have an amazing rest of your week. And I hope you enjoyed our little time together tonight.
I did. Thank you so much.
You're very...
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watch watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship with Lisa Thurgate Marks. Lisa Thurgate Marks. Live from LisaThurgateMarks.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, Lisa T here, coming live from Mermaid Waters off the back of the Fire Force Energy Eclipse Doorway. How exciting for us all. What I would like to let you all remember in this time is how many different breeds of horses are there. And when you are listening to what's going on with this fire energy, the horse energy, the 1 year, remember we have the beautiful old grand horses. We have to look at how they go nice and slowly and trot along right down to a little Shetland pony. We have stallions, we have mares, and that goes for all of you. I think just because it's the start of the year, we're in the Chinese New Year of the horse, I feel that some people, what I'm seeing is they feel that they just need the fire, which is the creativity, that they're galloping forward. That is not necessarily true for yourself. It's everything revolves around where your planets fit with you, your personality, your circumstances, what you're working through. Horses, they're very intuitive. Follow your intuition, listen to the whispers of your soul, your gut energy. This is about you. It's your race. It's like every horse race that you see. They don't run for everybody else. They're not doing the same as everybody else. This year, run your race your way. You do yourself. Don't keep up with everybody else. Please remember that. I've got a beautiful caller coming through. I love doing my readings. It's not what I love to do more than everything. How are you today, Helen?
Okay, how are you?
Good. And you're from Buffalo.
Oh, yes, from Buffalo, New York.
Lovely to talk to you today. Were you feeling the energy coming up with the start of the new year with the horse, and actually the start of another 28 years in the solar system as well? How are you going with all the energy?
Oh, I'm trying to make it back and everything.
You good? Would you like a personal reading? Do you have a question for me? Are you there, Helen? Hello? I think we've lost contact with Helen. We're getting her back. I'm actually feeling into her energy at the moment, and when I feel into her, are you there, Helen? I feel that there is a real kick start for you. Are you there? No? Okay, I'm going to go back to talking about the year of the horse and about running your own race. Because, you know, even like today, everything happens for a reason. Maybe it wasn't Helen's turn to have a reading, or there might be something just come up. She's coming back. She's there. Here we go. She's apparently coming back. Are you there, Helen?
Oh, yeah, I got it fixed now. We're okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, hello again. So, Helen, do you have a question for me today, please?
Well, can I get a reading instead? Maybe draw a card for me?
What reading? Sorry, hard to hear.
If you feel drawn to tell me something.
Yeah, I can tell you something. So general reading, very, very good. And the spirit's playing around with you up there. It's very good because I feel that sometimes spirit, when they do this, it's like they're trying to tell you to listen to your own intuition and feel into yourself as well. I'm actually getting quite a few people coming around, and I get the word dumping their issues onto you, but it's time for you to pull back and just think about number one now, Helen. It's about you running your own race. Oh. Children coming around you. I don't know what they're doing here. I keep looking, and it's not so much an energy draining, but I feel that you're doing so much for other people, Helen. This is time for you in your life to start to stand up for yourself, because you're quite empathetic, where you're drawing in a lot of energy from other people to the fact that it is exactly exhausting you. So even though you might come across as quite lovely and bubbly, you actually have that on that air of exhaustion. So be mindful about where you're putting your energy at this particular time, okay? Because Spirit's coming through saying it to me quite quickly. Do you have a sister?
Yes, I have a sister. I have a couple sisters.
Yep. Someone up here in Spirit's waving down at you, but they're actually waving at your sister as well. So whether it's a family member, it's a female, she keeps looking. Is one sister of yours a lot closer to you than the other?
Yes.
There's something about the sister. And I feel that whether you're going somewhere or you're doing something with that sister, let her make her own decisions and you make yours. We don't want the clash of the titans here. You're both very strong-willed, aren't you? So,
yes.
Watch that you don't try to persuade each other to do things that you don't really want to do. And it's coming through quite strongly. Has your mum or your grandma, I think it's your mum also, the energy that I'm getting around here.
Oh, yeah, my mom's in Spirit, yes.
I feel she just there's needs to be, she's quite, has needed to separate you girls quite a lot over the years. And it's good because it's actually
we've been
starting to
separated.
teach you. Sorry?
You said that she said we've been separated.
Yeah, separated. Like your personalities are quite strong. She's had to get used to pull apart sometimes. When I say separate, I don't mean separate from the family. It's like you allowed your own opinion because you're very headstrong. She's pulling you apart. So when I'm reading the energy, the sisters, it's like you actually still have to be your own person. You have to put yourself first. Don't try and please your other sister. Does that make sense? Because energy's like this.
Yes.
Because
the one sister I'm real close with, the other one we're not close.
Yeah, and everyone has free will, and that's what you need to understand now. So when we get that separation and pulling apart, she needs to stand on her own 2 feet, and your mum has always encouraged this. Whether your mum's alive or past, it doesn't matter because I'm reading the energy of your mum. Your mum's actually got a beautiful energy that I feel here. She keeps coming back around. So who gets a heart palpitations?
Do I get heart palpitations?
Sorry?
What did you say? Did I get heart palpitations?
Yeah, I said who gets a heart palpitations because my heart's going quite quickly here now. It's about looking after.
I get that.
You get that, do you? Because it's about looking after, keep coming back to yourself. Remember before I was saying you're doing too much for other people and you're people pleasing all the time, too over concerned with what's going on with everybody else. Really come back and really ground, even get outside, take your shoes off, lie on the grass if you can. Start to regulate your system and put yourself first, and you will find it will subside. Is there a brother for you as well? Yeah.
Yes, I have a brother. I have 2 brothers.
Yeah, she's showing me the brother. your mum must be really trying to bring you guys all together. So maybe if you guys can actually have not so much a meeting or a celebration or something all together, it will make her very happy, because I don't feel it's happening enough. So if you can be even the instigator of that. Sorry?
Okay. Okay, and you said the one sister that you see us going somewhere together, like on a trip or something?
Yep. And I like that. But when you do, you've got to, both of you actually have to be able to take turns in choosing where you go. Like, you've got to respect the opinion of the other one. Otherwise, there'll be some clashes. Are you planning a trip already?
That's nice. Well, we've been thinking about going somewhere, yeah, but I don't know if we'll ever get there.
Yep, no, you'll get there, because I can see it, and it's like, but I want to go here. No, I want to go there. So it's like you can pick one, and I can pick one, but I don't think that. Yeah, you both have very different likes there. So choose wisely, one each. Okay, that's what I'm getting.
Okay, and
is there any questions that
how
you'd
long
like
before
to ask her?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
how long before you see us taking a trip?
Oh, I don't think it's far away. So within this first 6 months, I think it's coming up quite soon. I just feel that you'll just go, no, we're going to do this. And I just feel that you actually have to do it, because you need to have more fun in your life, because you're quite I'm not saying you're stale, but you're looking for something. You need to do more than just work. It's like you just do the same thing day in, day out, where it's time for you to get the adrenaline moving and move your body, actually have fun.
I need to live. I need to live. That's what I need to do.
You do. Yep, you need to live. And they're showing me, so it'll be fun, and keep that energy moving. I feel it's going to be very good for you, even to organise like a celebration with the family. Get together, whether it's camping or in a club. You just need to do something together. The energy through you, keep going, enjoy your holiday, because it's not as if you're going very far very often. Sorry?
Oh, did you say you see me moving from my house, or?
I just get a lot of movement around you, so you could possibly move from your house. You might like where you're going too. So just be mindful of that, because you need to move your body. There's a lot of movement for you as well. So there's movement everywhere for you. You being number one is what we're seeing around this reading. Thank you so much. Don't absorb everybody else's energy. Stand up for you. Make yourself and your life the priority. Send yourself an abundance of love. Keep dragging it in, putting it out there, that you will actually come to live exactly where you'd like to be, where your soul feels rested. Needs to feel rested, not exhausted. I think you'll understand that. So the infinite love that you just need to keep sending in, bring it down, and give back all the negative energy to the source of where it came from.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. I hope you're all doing really well. If you have come back to the show, welcome. And if you're new to the show, then I should tell you every week I do a 3-card pull where you can see which card you gravitate, whether you feel like you gravitate to 1, 2, or 3. Make that choice before I tell you what the card is, and then I want you all to fit the message to your life, fit the message to which area of your life you feel you need assistance in. As always, sometimes it might not make sense at the moment, but it might down the track, or you might think, wow, this is a message for a friend, a family member, co-worker, whatever. So if you feel that's the case, please pass it on. Okay. All right. So I hope you've made a quick choice. If you feel like you are drawn to card 1, it is this one here, which is Mountain. And it's got written here, your challenges, opportunities for growth. When I look at this card, I feel like it's time for a lot of you to sort of like take action. If you've sort of been waiting around or been indecisive, Spirit are like, there's no time to waste. Now's the time to sort of like move ahead. I do feel though that there is, for some of you, there may be some more waiting. All right. And you have to trust the timing. But for a lot of you, there will be an awakening, either that you realize that, okay, it's going to happen in Spirit's time, not mine, or you realize now is the time to take action on what I need to do. This card very much reminds me of the movie Rocky when Stallone climbs up those stairs, so there is definitely victory around that, and certainly have faith going forward in what you need to do. If you have picked card 2, it is this one. It has Chalice written on it. And the message here is hold the space for your dreams to come true. I'm being shown, like, if you've got 2 choices or even more than 2 choices, to just sort of sit still for a bit, a little short meditation, and just see, put your choices in like little bubbles, they're showing me, and then see which one of these bubbles makes you the happiest, and which brings you like the most joy. And that's the direction that you kind of need to go in first. Okay. If you want, you can kind of like flickle the bubbles if others that you don't feel like you gravitate to, but allow Spirit to guide you in this way. Okay. I also feel like for some of you, you need to embrace a divine sort of purpose or calling. I feel like you need to kind of sit still, spend time alone. There needs to be some reflection in the past to see how you're going to move forward, and also deal with current situations as well before you can move forward as well into the things that you're dreaming about for yourself. Okay. If you have gravitated to card 3, it is this one here, which is key. And it's got written here, unlock your inner potential. With this card, I just feel like if you have been bogged down by the material world, with the financial side of things, work, home life, all of that, it's time to sort of like take a little bit of a break from it, learn to stay focused and stay positive as you move through your situations. I feel like you need to be optimistic and have more hope. Spirit is saying gratitude for what you have will help create the shift to move forward. And I'm also getting kind of like shift your perspective. There's a realignment that needs to kind of happen here where there's like a balance from your intuition and your spiritual life and also to your everyday life. Okay, I hope that helps you all. I have Tina on the line. Hi, Tina.
Hello, Mary.
How are you, honey?
I'm good.
That's good. How can I help you today?
Was seeing if I had if you had any guidance for me.
Regarding what? Is there any particular area?
Yes, financially.
Financially?
Career.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what I get for you. I feel, Tina, maybe in the past you may have been reluctant to make some choices going forward, whether, somebody was holding you back or not giving you that support. I do feel like in the past there's been like an inability to move forward, to make changes that are better, not just for yourself, but for your highest good as well. What I am getting though too is that, you should start to have like a kind of like childhood sort of enthusiasm about your life right now, because I see that new things are going to start coming forward where you had insecurities or a lack of trust or lack of direction in the past. I feel like you're going to feel more independent around that. I feel like you can be honest and fair around all things. Spirit is saying you need to have like hope and inspiration and deal with things moving forward in a calm sort of way. Your finances, it's like everything is starting sort of like new. It's like a fresh new perspective, or a perspective that you used to look at it rather than what hasn't helped you. And I feel like you just need to gain that new perspective in things. I feel like there are choices and indecisions, but there's also opportunities. But Spirit is saying you've got to get out of like the fantasy side of the head where we sort of like think about and daydream about what we would like, and get into the part that solves the issues in a practical way to sort of like move ahead. I do see you've got to work. I'm seeing you. Are you looking to do a course or something? Because I feel like there's something new here for you. Does that make sense?
Something new for me.
Are you looking to study, to either upscale in what you're doing or go into a different area of work?
Yeah, I was thinking a different area of work.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure what I should do. That's type of.
Yeah. Have you got any ideas floating around in your head that I can get Spirit to pick for you?
I was thinking about doing not like some type of counseling or social work in.
So what was the other one? I heard counseling. What was the other one?
Like social worker.
Okay. They're giving you ticks for social worker. It's not that you can't do counseling, but they're definitely highlighting the social worker. I feel like there's a third choice for you. Is there a third one that you were considering as well?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay. All right. If you think of it, it's okay, Tina. If you think of it or you remember what you've in your head, Spirit is saying not now. Okay. But they're definitely the social worker. But I am seeing, like new work for you, extending your skills. And even potentially down the track, you could have your own business regarding this, because I'm also getting self-employment in work as well. Okay. I
Is that
feel
for
like
food?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it like food business?
Food business. No, I'm getting ticks. I'm seeing, does it involve like a van or traveling or having it set up somewhere? It could be like a side hustle.
Something like that.
Yeah, getting
I've been
ticks for
thinking
that.
about it.
Yeah, so that's your third one, okay? All right, so keep that in mind. They're saying to me you're very resourceful. You just have to sort of like focus on it. You know, they keep saying manifest, like keep thinking about it, keep getting information about it, keep learning about all these things that you want to do. But those two options, and they're also telling me, you know, this is a new part of your life. This is going to give you freedom, and they're talking like financial freedom. They're also talking like new adventures that each day, especially with the van, you know, food business, that will be like a different thing for you, kind of like every day. And I'm seeing you like really enjoying that. It's a bit of a slog and a hustle, they're saying to me, but at the end of the day, I see that you like the social interaction with people, so you'll enjoy that part of it. I feel like there will be friendships that will come out of that as well. But they keep saying, you know, wishes coming true and realizing, you know, your dreams. And money, I'm seeing money going up, like your income, what you're making going up and up and up. But that's but they're saying that's slow. The harder you work, the more it'll go up. And they're also saying work smarter, not harder. Okay, so, but they're saying to me, you know, think before you do things. You can work it out. You got things going around and around in your head. They're like, be still and kind of work out what you want to do. Put it in lists of priorities and go forward with it. They're like giving you ticks for all those two things. So just keep going with it. All right. And a card just fell out, and it's like spiritual enlightenment. Spirit are going to be with you and guiding you. Just be still and listen to your intuition and be guided. The people you don't like, get rid of them, they're saying as well, because a couple of those around you as well. Does that make sense for you, Tina?
Yeah.
All right. You take care of yourself and good luck with everything.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Beyond the Veil with your medium, Shelley Shawnwall. Live from yourmedium.ca. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Beyond the Veil on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Veil. I'm your host, Shelley Shawnwald. Before we take our caller here, Spirit has been asked me to talk a little bit about grief and why we come to mediums and have discussions with mediums. And generally, it's driven by grief. When people think of grief as only being, well, I'm grieving a loved one or I'm grieving the loss of a pet. But you can grieve many things in your life. If you lose a job, you could be grieving the fact that your life has been altered and, not by your own choosing. You can grieve your health. If circumstances change and you suddenly found yourself ill, you can grieve the person that you used to be. We can also grieve ourselves and our former selves prior to trauma that occurs. And life can be very difficult, as we are all aware. And none of us are immune to life changes and being struck by whatever type of grief that's inflicting our lives. I mean, we often have the loss of relationships, maybe a divorce, or potentially, losing a friend as well. Those are all things that I see people very often to talk about and work through those moments of grief. So we do have a caller here, I believe, and we're just going to see who's. It's Michelle in Oshawa, Ontario. Michelle, are you there?
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
I'm well. Getting over a cold, but we're all right. We're here. We're happy. So what brings you to me today, Michelle?
I was just wondering if I could possibly get a love reading.
Okay. Now it feels like you've recently had a separation.
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm hearing is it was kind of out of the blue.
Out of the blue?
Yeah, it was not what you were expecting to have happen in life. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. That's true, yes.
Okay. Because it just feels like it's all of a sudden your world spun out of control as you lost your partner. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the things that we can certainly grieve is the loss of a relationship. And what they're saying to me is that get back on the horse again. You know what I mean? It's it feels to me like this wasn't catastrophic. It was shocking, but it does not feel like this was a catastrophic thing.
I lost my husband after 27 years.
Okay. Now he's still alive, though, right?
No, he passed.
Oh.
I've been into my first relationship since. It's been 6 years since he passed, but I just got recently into a new relationship about 2 years ago, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm seeing two different relationships going on there. Okay, so now with the loss of the husband, I'm going to ask the spirit to give me a little bit more about that one. Okay, yeah, this was what they're saying to me. It was out of the blue. That you were not expecting him to pass. Okay.
No, not at all. No.
Okay, but when we're looking at this, it's always hard to lose a loved one, but you were still left. What they're saying to me is that you were still left in good standing. Otherwise, like you were you're grieving the loss of a relationship of a partner, but you know, all the facets around you were still okay. So it wasn't like your entire, you know, a plunger went into your home and blew everything up. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, it does make sense.
Okay, because what they're saying is that you were able to grieve and move on with the relationship. Now, with this new relationship, now it's interesting because it feels like is somebody on the fence with this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's just, you know, it's not feeling like it's fitting the bill for you.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, and
The
then what they're
clarity
saying
of
is,
it,
yeah, you know, you deserve better than that, right? You had 27 years with a man, you know, and it was for better, for worse. You know, won't dig into all that, but right. I mean, it was still a relationship that you know, endured the test of time. But this is feeling different for you. And you know what? I'm almost hearing that it was a little bit too soon, and perhaps that's why things just, you know, you didn't find quite the right fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Yeah.
You know, and it's, of course, after losing someone for been a part of your life for so very long, we you know, we're lonely, right? And he was always there with you, and suddenly they're gone. Now I'm having a man move in close to me, and it's I'm hearing that you know, you're not supposed to be alone, but it feels like there's better for you.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
You know, and it's what I'm getting is that there's like a, you know, big exhale on both parts, because I'm getting the sense it doesn't feel quite like it's clicking together for both sides.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't know what he wants. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wants both.
It's just,
he wants me and everything else. Yeah. Right.
You know, that's not going to happen, right? Right, Michelle?
No, it's not. No.
You
wants me to be. Yeah.
Yes. You had somebody who was dedicated to you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants he wants me to be dedicated to him, but he wants to still be single too, right? But me to be there for him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know, yeah.
You're not that kind of person, though. You had a long relationship and you had somebody by your side for 27 years, and you should expect no less.
Yes, I agree.
No less than that. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. This person is just not, it's kind of wishy-washy, and it's not your doing. None of this is your fault. It almost feels like there's some sort of like, oh, am I doing something wrong? You're not. What you need to do is do what's right for yourself. And then by doing what's right for yourself, it's right for him too.
Okay.
Because he moves on, he can do his own thing, but it feels like there's somebody out there that will fit the bill for that. That's also looking for that commitment, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because the end of marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like you've met this person before.
Oh, really? He's already in my life? Yeah.
Possibly, yes. Yeah. It feels like in passing, or you may have met this person before. But what I'm getting from this man in spirit is saying like he made sure that everything was taken care of so that you would be okay, that life wouldn't fall apart if he left. He was good that way. Right? There wasn't stuff left unturned. And he says, expect no less from someone else that you get into a relationship with. He did that because he loved you and he took care of you and made sure that you were going to be all right. You know, some relationships in the end, especially when you have someone passing, it can be catastrophic. I mean, people, you know, lose their homes, you know, they lose access to bank accounts. It can be really, really stressful and hard and completely upending you. You didn't have that happen because your husband loved you, right? Now, he wants you to have somebody like that again that's going to take care of you. He says, expect no less than that, but ask for more.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
I got it.
and you were good to your husband too. You were a good partner, and you've been good to this person that you've been kind of in a relationship with. But it's time to get yourself into a situation where you feel that love and security again, because you deserve it. You were good to your husband. There's no doubt about it. I'm feeling that it was a good relationship, not without its relationship quirks, because 27 years is a long time to be with someone, right? And
yeah,
the relationship evolved over time, but it was still good. It was still good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You missed that.
Still love each other. Yes, we do.
Yeah. We missed that. And it feels like the person that's going to come into your life is like that, that will have an evening to have conversations with you, just sit and have a conversation, be there with you, and not always on the run, right? It feels like this person that you're with right now is just always out doing something else, and it doesn't include you.
That's so true.
The person that you're going to find is going to be inclusive of your life. And, I see your relationship with your husband and this new relationship, they're looking at you with love. Your husband looked at you, he had such love in his eyes for you. And you'll find that again. You're going to have that again. But what I'm hearing from this man is put yourself first in all of this.
Okay. Okay.
It's there for you, but you have to shed the skin with this person and really take a soul search. Remember what was beautiful about your relationship with your husband, and then look for that.
Okay. Okay.
That helps.
Thank you. Yes, it does.
You're welcome.
Very much. It gave me some clarity. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It was wonderful talking to you, Michelle, and I know there's great things around the corner for you.
No, thank you. That's good to hear. Okay, thank you very much. That really helps.
Have a wonderful night. All right. Well, that was another caller. Again, it's, when we have somebody come in for readings, it's often about grief. Grieving relationships is also a very, very common one. And it's hard to lose a partner and then put yourself back out there to find someone who matches that energy that you had at that one point in time. But it's definitely possible. We just have to remember what makes us happy and then go forth with that. Put it out to spirit. Say, this is what I loved. Help me find that again. But again, do your part with it too, right? We also have to do that as well. So as I leave you tonight, I wish you all well. And remember, put it out to spirit what you need and want, and then go help them with the legwork and see what they come up with for you. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. Live from Facebook.com/groups/JennaLees.crystal.shop. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Your Beautiful Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I am Jenna Lee. I'm so grateful to be here today. Welcome to the Lunar New Year. It is officially 2026. So all the old energy of 2025 is done. All the new energy of 2026 is finally here. I apologize for what's going on over here behind my head, but I'm sitting by my couch. So, okay, so you know what? Just to kind of go into this Lunar New Year, if you had a crappy last year, if it, caused you a lot of like trauma or drama or a lot of hardships to the point your nervous system was just fried and you were exhausted and you were in fight or flight all the time, a lot more downs and ups, you more than likely just had what we call a shed, because last year was the year of the snake. Snakes have to shed their old skin so new things can come in. So you probably just went through a shed. The year of the fire horse, which we just entered as of Tuesday, is going to be a better year for you. It's going to lift you up after that massive shed. So please, please, please do yourself a favor. Set your goals, set your intentions, set, your intentions for how you want to feel every single day. Okay. I've been doing a lot of inner healing the last 7 weeks. It's been really great. And so what I wanted to communicate about tonight is, what started my career. I have been able to see since I was about 3 years old. So seeing spirits and communicating with spirits is nothing new to me. But I really started my career almost 12 years ago by doing past life regression hypnosis. I knew I wanted to do hypnosis so that I could do past life regression hypnosis. And today I just kind of wanted to talk about hypnosis and how much of a difference it's made. Right now, I do a lot of self-hypnosis, or I record it and listen to myself doing it. I always go into hypnosis because it is the fastest way to get into the subconscious mind to heal anything, to release anything, to set goals, to come up. Think about it being your cell phone, right? We can install apps that we want, that we like. We can uninstall apps that we no longer use, that we dislike, right? Think about the habits, the emotions, the beliefs, the experiences in your brain. Hypnosis allows us to go in there and install new apps, new thoughts, new beliefs, new things to be motivated about. And it also allows us to uninstall habits, beliefs, old experiences that we're still holding on to. And that is why I chose to do hypnosis. We could get into the brain very quickly. Now, some of the things over the last 12 years of doing hypnosis that I have seen, the misconceptions. I want to touch on this misconceptions before I take this caller. But the top three things that I have heard as misconceptions for hypnosis are, number one, people assume they're going to be asleep. They assume they're not going to remember anything. They assume that they're just going to be out of it. Okay, it's absolutely false for healing hypnosis. There are 3 levels of hypnosis: alpha, theta, delta. So it's like awake and aware, deeper down, awake and aware, deeper down. Think about driving your vehicle from point A to point B, and you're thinking about your life so deeply that when you come out of it, you're like, oh, did I stop at that stop sign back there? Did I stop at that stoplight? Where were my eyes at the entire time, right? So that is the second level of hypnosis. We've all experienced something similar to that. And so it's just natural, awake and aware, deeper down, awake and aware, deeper down. The very last level of hypnosis, that delta, is the sleep-like level, right? People will talk to me. They'll do things in that level. They don't remember anything. 95% of my clients stay in alpha theta. Delta is very hard to get into. So that's a misconception. The second biggest misconception is I can make you do things that you don't want to do. That is stage hypnosis. That is completely different than healing hypnosis. I cannot make you say or do anything that you do not want to do. Your subconscious mind will always protect you. So if I were to ask you a secret and you didn't want to tell me, you would either just ignore me or you would wake up. Okay. There's nothing I can do, to you or make you say to me that you don't want to. Your subconscious mind always protects you. So those are the top two. Oh, the other one I hear all the time now, this is an old timer saying this came from like our grandparents or great grandparents, and a lot of man-made religion. They believe that under hypnosis, I can take your free will. I promise you, I cannot take your free will. In fact, you're in a heightened state of awareness so that we can focus on those changes that you want to make rather than being knocked out and me just in control of you. So those are the top 3 misconceptions I've heard over the last 12 years of doing hypnosis. I do have a caller from Australia. Please pop that back up again for me, Dave. Oh, Karen. Okay, from Southwest Australia.
Hello.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing great. How can I help you today?
I was just wondering a couple of questions on if you see us moving and buying a house soon, and anything maybe for my brother in heaven.
Okay, so let's go into the house first, okay? Karen, please do me a favor and give me your birth date so I can tune into your energy.
Yep, 1st of 8th, 1963.
Okay, tell me one more time, please. Your phone kind of cut up for me.
Oh, sorry. The 1st of the 8th, 1963.
Oh, gosh, you think a lot. You got a lot going on in your brain. How fast are you wanting to move? That's going to be the question.
Sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. It does look like there's some blockages in the way of that.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. I'm just trying to see what it is. Uh-huh. Are you fearful in any way about moving? Is there a fear that's coming up about this move?
Maybe with my husband, maybe finding work if we move. Yeah, and
okay.
Like the prices of the houses are going up. That's all. Finding the right one.
Right. So what I'm getting is that there's blockages, and it's coming from a fear-based blockage. And so in that case, if this were what you guys wanted to do, I would tell you that you need to start writing it down. What do you want in a house? Where do you want it to be? How do you want the house to feel? What specifics do you want in the house? Things like that. Get very specific about what you're looking for. What's the price of the house? Things like that. Get very specific. And then if you're into it, pray together about this to make sure it's the best thing for you. If it is, it'll line up. But as of right this moment, I just see a lot of blockages, a lot of hesitation. And I think it's your guys' own emotions getting in the way. So at that point, again, I would pray for guidance to make sure this is the best option for you.
Okay. Yeah, my husband has to have an operation in between too, so seems that might be sort of stopping it a bit as well.
So why the move then? Why do you have to move?
I don't really like it where I am, and my children and grandchildren are where we want to move. It's
How far away is it?
5 hours.
Yeah, like how many hours away or something?
Yeah, 5 hours, yeah.
Oh, 5 hours. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna say that if you guys can get together and pray about this, and please, it is so important to write this out, write it out. When we are writing, we are using all of our energy. Please write it out, list out as many things as you can, be as specific as possible. If you guys can start to do that, I see a move in the next 3 to 5 months. Okay. If you are hesitant in any way and you do not do it, it will probably be longer than that.
Okay. Yeah, righto.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And then what was your next question?
If there's anything coming from my brother, any messages from my brother.
What's his name?
Dennis.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm just scanning to see if I can find his energy. It's not popping up right away like a lot of them do. Did he go in a traumatic way, like an accident or something?
Cancer.
Just give me his. I'm not seeing his energy at all, so I'm just trying to find it. Has it been quite a while ago?
8.5 months.
Oh gosh, he's so fresh. Okay. Give me his birthday, please. Let me see if I can find him that way.
It's the 7th of the 4th, 1961.
Do you know if your brother had a lot of anxiety?
Maybe with work-wise, maybe. Towards the end of his cancer, he was, pretty well, had a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. So normally, like I can see them very well. I've been able to see them since I was 3. They're really easy for me. And he's so difficult. So what I'm looking for now is to see if he's in what we call the healing room, the healing center. Do you know if your brother suffered with a lot of anger?
No.
Okay. I'm just trying to grab the right energy, and he's just so difficult. I usually don't have this many problems.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ask me a different question. I'll see if he can come through. Is there something else you want to know about?
Just husband wanted to buy a new caravan.
I mean, that would be okay. What's the hold up with that?
Sorry?
Said that would be okay. So what's your hold up about it?
What's my what about? Sorry, I can't hear.
Okay, tell me again, one more time.
Yep. My husband was wondering, like, he wants to buy a new caravan. Just wondering if that's on the cards later on.
Yeah, so I think that that's okay. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Also
So-
have a hot rod. Okay.
Oh, so I'm just getting messages really quick from your brother. Just give me 1 moment. So, and it's not your brother. Please keep in mind, your brother is in what we call the healing center. So it's actually his spirit guides are coming through. They're telling me that he was really angry with the way that he went, and so he has a lot of work to do to overcome that. They're showing me that he had a beautiful smile and he liked to laugh a lot, but he didn't communicate well about his inner emotions or inner struggles very often. And so where he harbored that all down and he was so angry about how he left, it took him a while to cross over. They're showing me that he must have children that he didn't want to leave behind, or like grandchildren he didn't want to miss out on, or something similar. And it took him quite a while to cross over. And so once he finally crossed over, and he's got a lot of anger. So it's like, it's like an onion, if you will. there's just so many layers to everything that he held on to and how much anger he had for going the way that he did, that he's in the healing center. And I can't reach him right now while he's in there. So the spirit guides are coming through to let me know. But they're just reminding me of like how much love he had for you. He must have liked to pick on you as well as be a protector at the same time. But his smile and his laugh is just so incredible. He is okay. He's doing great. They said he's got a few challenges to overcome with the human emotions that he really struggled with, but he will be fine. Now, in the healing center, we cannot give it a specific time of when he's going to be out, but it looks like it'll be sooner rather than later because he's doing a great job. They're telling me to tell you to please talk to him. If there's anything that you need to forgive him for or to say to encourage him, like how much you love him to get through this next part of the healing, please do so because they can hear you. So you must be dreaming about him once in a while.
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. Sometimes there was once I was dreaming I was going to ring him when I woke up, but then when I woke up I realised I couldn't ring him.
Yeah. They're just showing me that he is coming to you in dreams. It's almost like every once in a while he's getting a break from this healing center and he's kind of like reaching out or, making a call, if you will. And he's just kind of doing little visits like that. But he's doing good. It just took him a while to get there.
Yeah. All right then. That sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to hear from you in the future. Oh, say it again.
Yep. I have a hot rod, hot rod car. I'm got it up for sale. Do you see that selling anytime soon?
Yes, I do. I don't know how fast you want it to sell, but within the next 2 months, I do see that selling.
Okay. Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Bye. Hey guys, so I just seen Patricia from York, Pennsylvania, which I will remember because my best friend moved to York, Pennsylvania last year. Hey Patricia.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for doing a reading for me today.
Yeah, of course. What questions can I help you out with?
First of all, I think I have some abilities. I get a lot in dreams. I was a registered nurse for 27 years. I've seen a lot of things in hospitals and things to this day that I cannot explain other than to say that, do I believe that spirits exist? Absolutely. Do I believe that there's a lot more to life than what we see? Absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, I mean, my mother has come to me on numerous occasions since she's passed, but I've heard nothing from my father. Can you pick up on either one of their energies and let me know how they're doing? I kind of told them out loud about a half an hour ago, now is your chance if you want to say anything to me.
Okay. Patricia, do me a favor and give me your birth date, please.
8/31. The year is 64.
My goodness, you guys today, thanks so much. Gosh, your brain. First of all, I will do my best to pick up those energies, but I have to tell you some stuff first that I'm seeing so strongly with you, okay?
Okay.
You really do have abilities, and not just in your dreams. You are so sensitive to others' energies, and what I see a lot of is ghosts being attracted to you. I see it a lot in the hospital. They get right up in your face and they're always trying to communicate with you. You have a way of like shutting it down, but there's only so much you can take on. So it'll come out in, I don't know how else to word this properly, forgive me, but it's almost like temper tantrums within yourself or getting angry or grouchy, some type of emotional diffuse like that, because it's not your energy. Them trying to communicate with you goes into your dreams frequently because that's how they can reach you. But if you weren't so busy and so stressed out, you would be able to see them clearly with either your human eyes or your spiritual eyes, like I do. And that's what's happening to you. They talk to you. And when you notice it or pick it up, if you will, you hear it as thoughts coming across your mind. It'll sound like you, and it's one of your thoughts, but it is them talking to you.
I completely agree with that statement. I have seen them I've seen ghosts in the hospital. I worked third shift for 17 years, 7P to 7A. I have seen light phantasms. I have seen equipment turn on and off. Different items with electrical. And like I said, I've had a lot of dreams. I can tell you the one vision I had, and I know it sounds crazy, is my mother on Christmas Eve getting all dressed up, telling me that she was going to Jesus' birthday ball because she said she heard it was the party of the year. I told that to my priest on that next morning, and he got all the hair stood up on his arms, and he says, "You do realize that that was not a dream, that was a vision, right?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was expecting him to be like, "No." Yeah. Well, you have to
No, absolutely.
So, the interesting part though is I was asking Spirit, well, what's the purpose of you seeing ghosts? And they're so sassy. They're like, duh. It's to help cross them over. You're not somebody who attracts spirits, you attract ghosts. There is a difference. Ghosts need help crossing over, and that's why they're going to keep presenting themselves to you. You'll get it in your dreams because your brain can finally be at rest where they can sink in, and you know the messages can come through because you're not busy during your sleep. So that is why you're meant to help them cross over. It's almost like you're meant to help them be the last ear before they finally get to move on to the other side, to encourage them. You're very good at that just for people in general. But in a weird way, it's almost like you can understand spirits and humans.
I'm on the other side. I told that to my father when my father was passing. Even my mother, the day before she died, she told me that she was going to go to heaven and that she was going to take care of my babies that were waiting for me. And she was going to hold them and take care of them until it was my turn to come. And I told her, I said, "Mom, you go ahead and you do that. Please do that."
Yeah. Well, your mother leaves you little gifts around, just so you know. Your mom tends to leave you pennies and feathers around as a reminder that she loves you. Your mom also likes to see you smile a lot. So I know it doesn't seem like she was a prankster in this lifetime, but she does little things like moves things around so that you can think about it. And she's saying hello, but she loves to leave you pennies and feathers. Pennies in the weirdest places, by the way. Your dad has a lot of love for you. So much love. Like my whole heart feels like it's just so open and huge and warm and fuzzy because he has so much love for you. And he showed me memories of when you were little and playing and how you'd sit on his lap. And he said that even after a hard day of work, just having you around healed his heart. He says that you never really understood how, I guess maybe how amazing you really were at helping to heal other people just with your light, that you don't tend to see that for yourself. He's also showing me how kind and caring and compassionate you are, and you tend to take care of everybody else. So he's reminding you to take care of yourself and don't burn your candle on all ends. He says all ends, not just both ends, all ends, okay? So he does come.
So glad to hear that.
He does come to you in your dreams, but not as often as I would have hoped for. But that's because you're so busy doing things. You are such a natural gifted healer. And people like us get out of our bodies while we're sleeping to go out to the other side to do more work on the other side, which is why he's saying that you never feel fully rested, by the way. So your dad is also telling me that he protects you frequently while you're sleeping because you get out and do so much work. But he wants you to remember to pray that as you're sleeping and out of your body doing work, to please allow your body to be filled back up with that healing energy. But there's so much love from both of them to you. your mother, she's funny, but she's kind of saying like, I can't wait to see you, but not like you're going to pass away anytime soon. Okay. There's a lot of love there.
Not.
Patricia, I would love to talk to you, but I have less than a minute to get off the air because my time here is up. I will be in York, Pennsylvania, the second week of April.
Wonderful. I will look to see where you're going to be, and if it's an area where I can purchase a ticket, I would love to attend one of your events. Thank you so much for the reading.
You're welcome. You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDSpsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D, and I'm coming to you live from Christchurch International Airport. I'm on my way back home to Sydney. So I hope you all are having an amazing week. So this week with the planets, we do have a very big conjunction happening. We have Saturn and Neptune conjunction that is happening on the 21st. So it's actually tomorrow. And then on the 23rd, I'll get to what that means in a moment. On the 23rd, we have Mars sextile to Chiron. That's going to be like with like a painful issue, something that's causing you like sort of some problems. It is giving you a lot of bit of luck, a bit of strength through that. We've also got the 23rd, Venus tri Jupiter. That's luck with love or money. it could be like an upgrade. Like for me, my friends today, we just got an upgrade at the airport. So we get premium economy going home. So like winning. So that's with that transit. It gives you something positive, which either could be anything to do with like luxury stuff or relationships, like anything that's covered under the money or relation or love. On the 26th, we got Mercury going retrograde in Pisces. So that is going to be the realm of spirituality. So it could be communication not going quite right with terms of like spirituality. It can cause technology. It could also be it can possibly cause mental health issues because we've got Pisces. It does rule addictions. And it could also be like people not wanting to be dictating, not wanting to be told what to do and what you believe in, and certain philosophies as well. So that is what we got. So with that transit of the conjunction of Neptune and Saturn in Aries, so with Neptune being spirituality, it's also about dissolve, illusion, ideals, drama, and collective consciousness. And then we've got with Saturn, it's about problems. It also can be about structure, reality, karma, responsibility. Aries is about initiation, war, identity, leadership, and it's about like I am. You ever hear it in Aries, they're like I do this, I do that, because they're very important people. So with this conjunction, what you can see is like a dissolve of old belief systems here. We've got new forming. We've got more of manifesting, more actually doing things. We've got people taking spiritual leadership roles coming in as well. So it's not a soft spirituality like transit. It is more of a hard discipline spirituality as well. So this can bring in with this transit. It can be confusion around leadership, religious or ideological clashes. Could be about wars for over belief systems coming up because we've got the Aries have strong belief systems. They'll be argumentative because they think they're always right. But a collapse of unrealistic political dramas as well. So they also could be causing drama or problems with these things too. So with this, it can be about making sort of dreams happen. So with the bigger picture, the biggest thing here is about turning spiritual work into a business can be a thing with this transit. Can be about structured psychic development, practical mysticism, and also spiritual entrepreneurship on the rise with this transit as well. So collectively, this is going to be about identity, independence, leadership, and sovereignty as well. So what we can expect during for this transit and moving forward, we can expect new leaders emerging, old authority being challenged, a push for individual autonomy and spiritual activism as well. So it's going to be a cleansing of spiritual delusion as well as escapism and victim consciousness too. So moving right away from that Pisces era that we've just been in, with that Neptune being in Pisces. So it's a big conjunction. Shadow side of this is about impulsive spiritual decisions, financial, factual movements. So like, I'm right, you're wrong. The very strong belief systems, as I said before, and disillusionment with the elite, with leaders. So let's go to a caller. So we've got Erica here, who's in Kansas City in America. So hi, Erica. How are you today?
Hi there. Good. How are you?
Good. How can I help you today?
Yes, I was just calling to get like a general read.
Yeah, and what will you cover? Like a love, relationships, what area?
Like love.
Okay, let's have a look. When I connect to your energy, I just feel a bit down. Like it's like there's a hollow or an emptiness. I feel like someone's not like. I feel like you're really trying here, but someone's not meeting expectations. I see you walking on a tightrope, so I feel like there could be hearing that could be like a bit of flashing. But I also feel like there's someone like a female that's giving you a lot of words of wisdom as well and a lot of advice around this area. I just think this is a matter of of love. So are you with someone at the moment?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Are you with someone at the moment?
No, not at the moment. There was someone, but that was just like a long distance type of friendship.
Okay. There's something about that not being a reality as well. So are you feeling quite low? I just feel like my energy levels feels low. So you're feeling quite low
Uh-huh.
and like empty. Maybe so. I feel like that person that you had, I just feel like it wasn't meant to be. I don't feel like it was going to work out because I feel like there's some trust issues there as well. It could be on their end. But I do see the female, they're trying to give you advice and talking you through some things too. I really feel like when we get to April, I feel like there's like, I feel like your heart's beating faster, and I feel like that there's like butterflies too. So I do feel like there could be something like romantic happening, or even like social for you in April. And I feel like when I go to June, July, I do feel like things being more solid with you on the relationship front. I feel like you're quite attractive or quite a pretty person. And I feel like that you get misunderstood, or people, they misunderstand you and maybe think that maybe you've got things a bit more easier than what you do. But I do feel like that I feel like that you've got someone that's quite tall coming in. I do feel like he's quite slim. I do feel like I feel like he would like baseball. I'm seeing baseball, so I feel like perhaps he's a fan of baseball. He may go and watch that. But he's going to make you feel quite safe and secure. And I do see you going and watching a game. I don't know if you're getting bored. So I don't know if you like watching sport. I do see you getting a little bit bored, but I do see that happening again. It's quite fun. Too. I don't feel like this is online that you're meeting him. I do feel like it's going to be a face-to-face meeting. And I feel like I kind of see you going out. I do feel like it's going to be at some bar, like there's a bar that you're going to go to, and that's where you're going to meet them. Just feel like there's going to be some kind of bar. The bar's not a new place. It's a bit of an older place. It has a lot of wood. It's like maybe it's a country feel to it. I'm not sure if Kansas is where you are is in the country, but I do get like country feel. I see a lot of wood in this bar, like even the chairs are wood. It's like I'm seeing that movie Coyote Ugly, so where it's like the old style bar. I don't know if it's old style, but to me, it's how I'm seeing it in my head.
Okay.
But I do get this is quite. I'm hearing fun. This is a fun thing, is what I'm hearing. So that's what I'm getting. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. I was just wondering about that, and just that past little relationship, or how would that play out into the future, if there was a connection or not really, or it would just play out or disappear or something.
I just feel like the person that's online that you had, I just feel like things have been, it's too tricky. I feel like it's very hard. I feel like you've got high expectations here, like you're wanting things to last, but I just feel like this person is like, they're closing the door. They're not being quite open with you. I feel like that I keep on hearing this something about trust. So I feel like that there's something about trust with that one. And I feel like I'm just hearing it's hard. Like it's hard. I feel like you're committed, you're making the effort, but they're not getting the same energy back from this person. And I feel like that can be quite frustrating as well. So I feel like April's maybe when you're going to be closing the door of that. And then June, July could be when it's like the door's opening up. But I feel like this energy is going to be someone new that comes in. I feel like stars, if I'm looking at star signs, I kind of feel like either like a Scorpio, or maybe this person is very loyal. They'll have a thing about loyalty, and a trust, and maybe they're a bit mysterious as well. But of course I felt they're kind of a bit giving too. But so I'm looking. So it's either they are a Scorpio, it's their birthday. So their birthday would be, you're looking at, I think it's in November, late October, November, I believe. I think I'm not correct. They're right behind Sagittarius, which is more December and late November. So yeah. So that's why I asked for star sign. I did get Scorpio, but it could be their personality as well.
Okay.
But
alrighty, well, thank you so much.
That's okay. Thank you for calling in today.
Okay, you have a great evening.
You too. So, everybody, we're going through this big change, this week. We've got this big conjunction happening tomorrow, which is going to set the tone of spirituality as like it's going to be completely different. If you're born with this transit, this can indicate that you have problems with like sort of delusion. Maybe you have problems sort of maybe you get sucked into sort of some things, or it could also be problems with addictions as well if you are got that transit in your chart as a natal. But it'd be interesting to see as it happens as a transit for the world, because it's going to affect the world, not only us personally, but also the world of the collective too. And then we've got that Mercury retrograde starting on the next Thursday, the 26th. So that's also going to be quite different. And I think it's going to, just be aware that with Mercury retrograde, we don't start anything new. It's okay to go to jobs from the past, or you might get someone from the past coming into your life with that as well. Also, it can also depend where your Mercury is in your chart. So mine is in my 11th house, which is the house of friends. So for me, I always meet someone from my past, comes back to me on my past during a Mercury retrograde, whether it be someone I've worked with in the past or an old friend, something usually happens. So it's 3 weeks. They usually last for 3 weeks. So just be aware of what happens during that, starting in the 26th. Once I even saw an old school teacher. But I do feel like, there could be some things around the world where it could be with religious leaders coming out and saying the wrong thing. So, the world's going to be a bit hectic. It's going to be interesting. I always say it's a fun time to be alive right now with these fun transits that we're having as well. If you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic, and my TikTok is Lady D Psychic, and my YouTube channel is Lady D Psychic. So I do live readings there every Thursday. I didn't do it last night. My birthday was yesterday. But yes, I'm excited to go back home to Australia, and I'm back to New Zealand in April. So we're doing more work and more readings there. So it's going to be great, fabulous. Thank you for joining me for today, and I'll see you for my next show next week, next Friday, back at home in Sydney. So bye for now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I'm Jenna Lee. I'm so excited to be here with everybody. Welcome to the new year. I have missed a few weeks. Life just got kind of busy. I went on vacation. I got bit by a stingray. It was super fun. But welcome to the new year. I am so excited. If you guys didn't know, last year was the year of the snake. The snake is when all the old skin comes off so that the new skin can come forward. That is like presenting new things, shedding old things. The snake also